Any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
She don't miss nothing, got the scoop on lock. Spilling all the tea while it's still too hot. Lakeysha Keysha, queen of the plot. Hit that bell,
Please.
cause the tea don't stop. She don't miss nothing, got the scoop on lock. Spilling all the tea while it's still too hot. Lakeysha Keysha, queen of the plot. Hit that bell, cause the tea don't stop. She don't miss nothing, got the scoop on lock. Spilling all the tea while it's still too hot. Lakeysha Keysha, queen of the plot. Hit that bell, cause the tea don't stop. She don't miss nothing, got the scoop on lock. Spilling all the tea while it's still too hot. Lakeysha Keysha, queen of the plot. Hit that bell, cause the tea don't stop. She don't miss nothing, got the scoop on lock. Spilling all the tea while it's still too hot. Lakeysha Keysha, queen of the plot. Hit that bell, cause the tea don't stop. She don't miss nothing, got the scoop on lock. Spilling all the tea while it's still too hot. Lakeysha Keysha, queen of the plot. Hit that bell, cause the tea don't stop. She don't miss nothing, got the scoop on lock. Spilling all the tea while it's still too hot. Lakeysha Keysha, queen of the plot. Hit that bell, cause the tea don't stop. She don't miss nothing, got the scoop on lock. Spilling all the tea while it's still too hot. Lakeysha Keysha, queen of the plot. Hit that bell, cause the tea don't stop.
What up, y'all? It's Friday the 13th, so y'all better have y'all asses in the house. Y'all know it's a lot of freaky stuff that happened on Friday the 13th. What's up? Well, y'all, we're going to get into this video because, you know, Tasha K, or as, what's that other content creator say, the way he say her name, Tasha K. Tasha K. Running old Ponzi scheme. Will you donate? Are y'all donating to Tasha K? Are y'all going to donate to the Tasha K? Well, I checked out that old raggedy ass fundraiser, honey. And it's at $9,904. So y'all sending them dollars in. Y'all are sending them damn dollars in. But the crazy part about this entire thing is that Tasha K don't need y'all damn money. She has been accused of hiding assets time and time again. And if y'all don't believe me, believe him.
have this attorney, and this attorney says, listen, listen now, Tasha, with respect to any deposits, you mentioned you only have one checking account. Who believes that she has one account? Do you have any savings? Do you have any trust? Tasha K said, no. You don't have any trust set up for your children? No. She lying right there to us in our faces in federal court, right? Here at her 2004 examination. What did Tasha K say? You never told anyone, Tasha K, that Cardi B was never going to get money because you have your money in trust? No, I don't even have trust. And you never said to anyone that you were going to do a 50 cent on Cardi B? Well, probably being petty. I probably did. I probably did. I probably did. I did say I was going to have my money in trust. Is there any trust of any kind? No, any kind. No trust. Have you ever tried to start a trust? No. I mean, we talked about it. Oh my God.
Tasha K, do you have a trust? No, I don't have a trust. How many people do you know that don't got no money that just starts a trust?
We talked about it. We talked about it, but we didn't do. We was advised, like, because we were in the middle of a lawsuit that we couldn't do it. When you say we, who is we? Me and my husband. Oh, you're pulling him in. This is what, Viva. This is why it's so hard to be a good black man. You can be brought down by the one closest to you. She ratting him out. This is a man that stood by you through thick and thin, sickness and in health. He gave you these kids and you were cheating on him.
You guys, in a marriage, I've been married almost 20 years, and this happened early on in my marriage. Unfortunately, in my marriage, right, when it was happening, I stepped outside of the marriage.
Oh, it's so hard to be a man these days. Women, we want to give it all to you, but God damn, man, can you not send us to prison? Another part, they asked Tasha K, do you have a trust? No. Do you have a trust for your children? No. Do you know? Oh my God. Wait. Oh, this is not what I just read you. That wasn't Tasha K's examination. That was the husband's. Right, what I just read right now, let's go back. I'm gonna read it to you again. Do you know that your wife, Tasha K, has publicly talked about the trust that she created for your children? Well, we thought about it, but oh my God. But you never did it? We don't, goddamn, we don't have one, all right? We don't have one. I said what I said. We don't have a trust. Check. Who owns 𝐿KS&x Management Trust? I don't know. You don't know who owns 𝐿KS&x Management Trust? I don't know. Does the word 𝐿KS&x maybe give you a clue as to who might own it? 𝐿KS&x. Well, 𝐿KS&x is my wife's middle name. Oh my God. Oh my God. They named the trust after her middle name. What the is going on? 𝐿KS&x is my wife's middle name. Do you recall that you testified that there were no trusts, that neither you nor your wife owned any trust? Well, yeah. So why are we seeing 𝐿KS&x Management Trust here for the Tanto Limited Partnership as the general partner? I don't know why. Who were the limited partners of 𝐿KS&x Management Trust? I don't know. So your prior testimony that neither you nor your wife had any interest in a trust, that was false testimony, wasn't it? I object to the form of the question. No. Are you a limited partner, Shaq? Are you a limited partner of 𝐿KS&x Management Company? I don't know. Well, are you a limited partner, Shaq? Are you a limited partner in Tantal Limited Partnership?
Now, this is that scamming ass African. Now, I believe that this husband is putting her up to some shady shit because, he all in through here lying too. He lying just like her.
Oh, no. Well, who would have the documents related to Tantal? That would have to be an attorney. Natalie Green, Hosea? Yeah. Oh, now we know we're Natalie Green. Now it's fitting together. It's been Natalie. Okay, this is getting deep. Y'all remember Natalie was the one with the text messages. We're like, hey, did you serve Patricia? Y'all need to find Patricia. Natalie was not covering for Patricia. Natalie was like, y'all can get Patricia. I don't give a shit.
So the sole purpose of this one is kind of to give you guys some insight into when people say that this woman is committing bankruptcy fraud. It's not like you making the shit up. Like, it's all over the internet. This video that I'm showing you, lead attorney, this is not a new video. This video is a couple of years old. So I was, shocked that, y'all didn't know about this, but maybe you did. This is not a new video with regards to Tasha. People have been saying this for some time. Now, with regards to this entire situation, what I'm coming to learn is that this entire thing was a marketing scheme, okay? What I'm hearing is that Tasha K had been telling other bloggers, or allegedly working with other bloggers and telling them, if you get into it with a celebrity, this is going to take you from one level to another. And if you think about it, I mean, that is actually true. If you go up against a celebrity, I don't know why you will want to just have a judgment or a lawsuit or be in court for some bullshit. But when you're desperate, you'll do anything. So what they were saying about Tasha is she went from about 200K subscribers to 1 million. Obviously, people want to know who the hell is this lady that Cardi B is suing. Okay.
Ended up with the terrible lawyers that she had in her defamation case, and then went on to create the marketing strategy of go through with the whole lawsuit, don't remove the videos, which is what Cardi B said. If you just remove the videos, we'll drop the suit. But you have to both remove them and agree not to speak on me. Fast forward, that didn't happen. And fast forward today, those two things happened, and they've happened $4 million later. Why? Because what ended up happening that ultimately caused Tasha K to file bankruptcy, it was not this lawsuit itself. The lawsuit in and of itself is not what caused Tasha K to file bankruptcy. She filed for bankruptcy because of the fact that Cardi B seized her YouTube money. Specifically, let's see here. This is the bankruptcy. Here we go. Let me see. Let me get you to the exact page.
And if y'all recall, Tasha K was joking about this shit. Like, she was literally joking as if this was a game. So from my standpoint, I was like, well, this is what she wanted to do. She wanted to get sued. She wanted to go through with this because I'm like, girl, when somebody sues you, it is automatic that they can send whatever that judgment is to your bank. Didn't I just tell y'all that I was paying the IRS? I owed them damn people $0. And because the dumbass lady there looked at a $600 balance that I owed 30-40 days ago, she sent the damn thing to my bank and took out $600, which I really at that time owed $300, but I had it set up to come out of my bank, and she literally took it out of my account. So whenever somebody had, and with this particular situation was really crazy because they ain't never sent me nothing that said, oh, we're going to take money out of your account. I was just literally paying it myself. No, I didn't set up a payment plan because what the hell I'm going to set up a payment plan to pay a few $100s? And the lady had sent me something like, oh, you can set up a payment plan. I'm not setting up a payment plan, lady, to pay a few $100s. I'm just going to pay it. So whenever you owe somebody, they can send it to your bank. So when she was going around doing all of this shit, I was just thinking, okay, this is part of her marketing scheme, because who in the hell does that? Like, lady, you just got sued and you lost. And for some of the people, some of y'all was putting in the chat saying, she should take it back to court. She can't take nothing back to court. She, in fact, tried to appeal it and she lost. So that just ain't gonna work. So I assume that this was Tasha's marketing scheme. So now when she's coming to y'all with the GoFundMe, this doesn't really have anything to do with a GoFundMe. It has more so to do with Tasha continuing to hide funds. In the previous video that I did, and I was looking at Attorney Simone, where she broke it down with the documentation, it clearly states in the documentation, for one, that actually Tasha was paying $15,000 when she lying to the world talking about $20,000. How do you get 15 and 20? They're not the same, ma'am. It's a $5,000 difference. But she's lying, telling y'all she's paying $20,000 when it's only 15. And then she's lying, telling you all as if Cardi B is harassing her and bringing her back to court when when what she actually signed stated that every year she would increase based on her income. So it's like, girl, why are you sitting here trying to act like a victim as it relates to this case when you know this is what you agreed to? This is all bullshit to get y'all money. This is all a scheme that Tasha set up to come to y'all with the bullshit, because this got money. She has a lot of money. She ain't broke by far. So what the scheme is to get the supporters to pay it, because what she want to do is laugh in y'all damn face after she gets it paid and basically say that she didn't pay it. Okay, that's what that is all about.
Brokey, dummy, beggar, is put my livelihood, my family, and everything in complete jeopardy for 1 million subscribers. See, Tasha K, you guys may have missed it. Tasha K was so thirsty to be the first YouTuber behind Impressive that didn't do voiceover content in the gossip sector to hit 1 million subscribers. She would do anything. Lovely T was on the way to being the #1 gossip blogger that was on camera. Tasha K was in so much competition with Lovely T, and to say, look, oh, it's me, she would do anything for the virality of the content. Tasha K was a train wreck, and we watched Tasha K for many years run into a brick wall. Tasha K is the same person that got Milagro Grams, another idiot. Pumped her up, gassed her up, took a picture with her, did an interview. 2 dummies sitting on the couch together, both needing GoFundMes, talking about a bitch like me. Free and clear. I won my case. That hoe can't even talk about me. And listen, hoe, by the way, you keep trying to talk behind, and I'm seeing you still talking. Just because you ain't saying my name or you're trying to attack the attorney, keep playing with me. Your ass will be locked up. Worry about getting my money, because I'm coming for that too. But anyway, yeah, that 40K, I'm coming for it, babe. Now, so my foot is not off your neck yet, so keep playing with me. But anyway, like I said, Tasha K would try to get content creators to go up against these celebrities and go hard at them. Don't be afraid. I can teach you. I can show you the way. Look at the DL Whisperer. She gassed him up with the niggas in jail. Tasha K, when will these younger or when will these new content creators learn? Tasha K can't help you, save you, or do anything for you. All she can do is advise you down the wrong road. And Tasha K is only doing it because Tasha K is miserable. Tasha K feels defeated. She feels slighted. She's embarrassed. She has to wear that haircut with pride. She's not happy. We knew she's not happy. There's nobody happy with a $4 million debt over their back when you got 2 kids and a half husband. Are you cool? You can pretend you got all the money in the world. Remember, she was just online talking about how she had $1 million.
She was just online bragging. Now listen here. Now, I don't got enough money that I can be like, listen, I got it, because I don't got it. Okay. Everything I got pays everything that I have, and I can save a little bit, but she on there saying she got it. And what she's lying, telling y'all is $20,000 that she's paying Cardi. But in an interview, she said that wasn't shit to her. Like, she said, I got an entourage. I got a team, bitch. What?
A millionaire, and she's traveling here and this, then what happened to all the money in Africa? Y'all better tell that hoe, go get that money out of Africa. Go get the money out of the African accounts, Tasha K, and use that to pay off the debt. Or did you not have no money? Remember, she allegedly put $1 million in Africa. You better ride them coyotes until they come home. Tasha K is not a victim. Tasha K is an angry Black woman and a narcissist. And now she's finally reaping what she sowed. She's having to humble herself
Now, for the few people that be in the chat, like, leave Tasha alone. Let me tell y'all something. This channel is for commentary. I don't give a damn about folks' feelings. So, and Tasha K should be okay because she drags folks on lies. Like she got sued for telling a damn lie. So you think I'm finna stop? No.
Because it's not getting better. She's lost her home. She had to move into an apartment. She has to keep trying to rebrand. She went on a failed comedy tour. There was no money in that. She's got people locked into their subscriptions. I heard the subscriptions are so nasty over there. You can't even cancel if you tried. They say when you don't want to pay no more, you try to get out of there, there is no cancel button. You pay that money, you're locked in for life. Tasha K still trying to be ahead of the competition, spending all this money flying here and flying there, but still won't amount to shit. Tasha K is a glorified national enquirer. No one takes her seriously.
Now that part, he said Tasha K is a glorified national enquirer. Now the crazy part is when I first started watching Tasha K, I like her. Not to say I don't like her, but all the Tasha K does is lie and make up shit. Girl, you've been sued and you still lying. She is still lying today.
More and her content has been dry ever since the lawsuit came down. The verdict came in and the debt has risen. Tasha K is nothing. Her career is nothing. Tasha K, all she is the product of losing a $4 million lawsuit to Cardi B. She's famous for being an idiot and a troll. And the thing is, she wants other people to go down that road. Can you believe it, though? That'd be my thing. She literally tries to talk other people into doing this stuff. Look at the DL Whisperer. He's about to be in a bunch of debt. He's in jail. And you're...
Now, y'all been telling me about the DL Whisperer. Now, I know a little bit about it, but it just seems like Tasha K is always in bullshit. The National Enquirer blogger.
Making it worse for him. Look at Milagro Graham. She's so damn stupid, and she couldn't even afford $50K. Milagro Graham's after that interview, shortly after, she was in the car crying. Couldn't help her. Anybody that gets under Tasha K wants to lose. It's clear. I don't feel bad for Tasha K. And Tasha K, she only wants to get this because she wants to pay this money off and say, look what my fans did and we paid.
That part. Now, that is what I told y'all. This is not even about, and let's just keep it real. This is not a situation where this is a person in need. Now, if this was a person in need, it would be different. Everybody in the chat more than likely work a regular job. And let's say you made 100 or 200,000 or whatever it is you make. That is still not what Tasha K and her husband makes. And now she trying to scam y'all out of y'all money by telling y'all lies. Now, if she was honest and just told the truth, that would be something different. She is lying to y'all. She told y'all she pays $20,000. She doesn't pay $20,000. She also told you all, oh, I can't do my comment, my commentary because Cardi B is dragging me into court. She's lying again. She's not being honest with y'all. And I also have somebody that I'm going to bring up shortly. Tasha K also told y'all, send her y'all money, because she said, if you send me your money when you need it, I'll send it back. Well, I have one of her followers that I'm going to bring up in a moment, and she going to tell y'all just what Tasha K did to her.
She wants to attack people. Tasha K is still attacking Cardi B through Stephon Diggs in any other way she can. Why? She feels slighted. She feels hurt. She's embarrassed. But all you had to do was do right by people. You could give your commentary. You didn't have to like Cardi B. You didn't have to be so negative. And you could also understand, listen, I'm going too far, cross the line. I'm not going to cross it. Tasha K, I'll be honest with you. Tasha K is an individual, and we've known this. Without social media, she'd be nothing. And the unfortunate part about it is, even with social media, she's rarely nothing. She's ugly, she's talentless, and she's trash. That combination breeds insecurity, vengeance, evilness, darkness, and rage. And when you have that type of combination, you want to tear down any and every person that you see is doing well. You don't trust anybody. You can't keep friends. You can't keep any business relationships.
Now that part. Why every time this woman keep getting into it with everybody? Now, I understand you have disagreement with friends, but have y'all ever saw Tasha K take responsibility for any damn thing? If you have saw or heard Tasha K take responsibility for anything where it relates to anybody else, put a 1 in the chat. Tasha K don't take responsibility for shit.
You're just a miserable, miserable person. And the thing is, girl, move on. You made your bed, you laid in it. All that money that you made, all that showmanship, you're going to pay for it. Now, looking back 8 years later, was it worth it, dummy? No. You could have still been you, probably a lot further if you would have just dialed it back. You still could have got your point across. You still could have did your, but it was the thirst to be first. And the thirst to be, I'm the best one and I'm the better one and I'm going to wipe my ass with the cease and desist and you B and I'm the B, and you a B and you a man. And well, also you're broke. So I'd rather be all those other things. And I'm sure everyone else would rather.
Now, I want to get into something else because I actually have somebody backstage that I want to bring up. But before I do that, I want to get into this video because I want to remind you guys of this video that Tasha K did. And I had to go back and watch it because when I originally watched it, sometimes I watch videos and I'm not really paying attention. Now, when I went back and watched this chat where she said, give her y'all money and she'll send it back to y'all. Then she starts saying, we're going to donate to the HBCUs and all of this bullshit. Now, from my experience, when I donate to some, like to a church or wherever, even when I was highly in church and I gave my tithes, they would send me my donation at the end of the year. Why would you need to send Tasha K your money so that she can donate it to a HBCU? Why would Tasha K need your money when she is $4 million negative in the hole? Why does she need you to send you your money? First, she said she needed you to help her pay off this debt. And then she says, send the money to her because she's going to send it to the HBCUs. She gonna give it out to homeless people. She gonna like all of this bullshit that just doesn't make sense. So I wanted to remind y'all because Tasha K said if you send her your money, she's going to help you. Because I have a lady that I'm gonna bring up in a second, and she's going to tell you exactly what Tasha K did to her when she reached out to her for help.
For my sisters and shit. But like, that's a normal part of life. Kids fight, I'm still fighting to this day. Fight. But yeah. So she's not toxic. She's just a young mom. My mama had 3 kids by the time she had me at 16, between 16 and 17. My sister at 19. And my other sister at 21. My mama had 3 kids by the time she was 21. Yeah. So, but listen, I just wanted to say thank you so much for all your support. Thank you so much for not supporting. Either way, thank you for being here. And I just, just to address the GoFundMe, it's staying up. It ain't going nowhere. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to tip me on the GoFundMe or on my Cash App to help me to pay down my judgment faster. I have a goal that I'm trying to reach 365 days. So from the time I put it up, I want.
Imagine somebody that after they pay whatever expenses made $500,000 on one source of income and getting a ugly ass on camera to ask you for something. That is extremely messed up right there. How many people that support Tasha make $500,000 on one source of income? This don't even include her husband, but she telling y'all to donate and tip her What type of bullshit is this? Like, this is so disrespectful. The only person that would do something like this is somebody who don't respect their fans. She think her fans are stupid because, girl, you make that kind of money. You need to be doing a raffle or something, giving something to the people that support you. But instead of that, you are asking them for money. Now, I get it if it's a bunch of people and they give $5 or $10, but you got a lot of money. You need to be giving your community some money. But you're on here grifting, looking like Miss Seeley from The Color Purple.
Want the balance paid in 365 days. So if I can get a minimum of $3 to $4 per person or more, that would be greatly appreciated.
Now, somebody said she made 900K. Keep in mind that is what she made. We're not talking about her husband. We're not even talking about the app that she have, Unwind with Tasha K. I don't know if I'm saying the name correctly, but here's the deal. Tasha K is just like fucking, what's the dude name? Anton Daniels. They are the same. Instead of her appreciating the people that support her, because when y'all watch the videos, that's how we get paid. If you want to donate or whatever, that's fine. But that is how she get the good bulk of her income. But instead of respecting the people that support her, she gonna go into this bullshit Ponzi scheme, scamming ass African scamming story to try to get more money out of y'all. Now, this is what Anton Daniels does. She don't give a damn about her supporters. She think they dumb, because who would do this? This woman should be glad that she has a high school education and she's able to make the money that she's able to make. But instead of being grateful, she's going to grift the community for more money. She should be giving y'all something. Why she not giving nothing away? I mean, she's making a good living, and in all honesty, even when if she gave money away, it would just reduce from her income. It would just reduce the amount of taxes that she has to pay. Why she ain't giving y'all nothing? Why she ain't giving y'all nothing? But she gonna get on here and ask y'all for money? Are you kidding right now?
And I will make sure that I am doing my best to give you the best of me and the most real me ever. And I appreciate everything that you guys do for me and don't do. Because even when you don't do it, you're really doing a lot. And so the GoFundMe will be below. Hell, I don't know what is the name of my GoFundMe. Shit, I don't even know the name. Just go to GoFundMe and type in Tasha K. Or you can donate via my Cash App. And all of the bank records will be public. So every time we make a payment,
I just gotta address this. I don't know. Listen, somebody says she not richer than me. Well, I want you to send me an email, because would you help me out then? Because I don't be fronting. I need some money. Okay. So somebody says she not richer than me. So if you're richer than Tasha, can you send me an email, honey? Maybe you can help me out or something, because I don't know what y'all be doing, but I ain't got it like that. Okay. So Miss at For Good and Evil, can you send me an email or something, girl? Because you said, or boy, or whoever you are, she's not richer than me. Okay, then, girl.
So we just made a payment. I think we're getting ready to make a payment now. So we're waiting on the bank account to be finalized for all of the donations or whatnot. But for next month's payment, for sure, you guys, I'm gonna lay all that out. Like, you guys gonna be able to see all the transfers, what was made, so we can get it over there, so we can see it and knock it down faster. Thank you so much for the help. Everybody needs a little help, and I need some help. I had a 16-year plan to do it, but
Okay, I'm glad she said everybody needs a little help. So hold that thought, because in about a couple of more minutes, I'm gonna bring a lady up. Y'all heard Tasha say everybody needs a little help. But unfortunately, when her supporter reached out to her, Tasha K didn't even respond.
I'm like, I gotta get this done fast. So Yeah, we got to get this done a lot faster. So 1 year is the goal. I will be rolling out courses, mentor courses, group courses, private courses. Of course, they will be a little bit on the pricey side, but we will have buy now, pay later options. You will be dealing with me. So although you will be logging into a course, you won't be logging into an AI version of me. It will be actually be me personally teaching the course on business and social media marketing, building yourself from nothing to something. And it will be taught by me personally. And that's how I'm going to donate my time and my knowledge.
So, how do you donate your time and your knowledge for a course that somebody is paying for? What that's what I'm saying. Like, what is she talking about?
In exchange for, your donations. So you can feel like you give into a good cause so that I can get myself out of this hole faster, get my entire team out of this.
Bitch, if I made $500,000 a year, the one thing I wouldn't be doing is asking nobody to help me, because how many people in the world is making that kind of money? And we still not talking about all her income. Girl, shut the FUCK up forever. You are a ungrateful, ugly BITCH to even come on here and ask somebody for money because you decided that you wanted to get sued. You got what you wanted. You got sued and you got your subscribers to go up because that's what you wanted. So in the end, you got exactly what you wanted. Pay that lady.
This whole faster. So, yeah, but thank you. But my Cash App, my PayPal is at 𝐾𝐨𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐿 𝐾𝐨𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐿 𝐾𝐨𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐿. I don't know what the prices for the mentorship courses will be because, like, it's a very extensive course. It's not going to be like, it's not going to be like, oh, you come in there, hi. No.
You know, this really boils my blood that she can get her ugly ass on here asking somebody for money. It's crazy. Like, girl, and wait a minute, y'all. Y'all know she voted for Trump. She voted for Trump. Everything gets high, and you are partially the problem. Well, you the problem because you took your dumb ass out here and got sued. Then you were one of the people that voted for Trump, the reason why everything is so high. And now you want us to pay your ugly ass bill? Bitch. Ain't gonna happen. Oh, yes. No captivity with Freezy. She definitely been talking to Anton because this ain't nothing but a grift. This is a grift. A straight up grift.
Your ass is gonna get your brain rocked, okay? I'm not the teacher you want because I'm going to challenge you. I'm going to get into your head, okay? So, matter of fact, my team just sent me over the concept. I gotta edit it a little bit, but it's a real class. And so you will log in, you will see me, and we're gonna get down to business, especially if you have a business that you want to monetize on social media. You want to grow on social media, you want to maybe grow yourself on social media. Maybe there's something you want to do, you want to transition, but all of that will be offered as a part of. Oh, thank you so much.
Okay, Freezy, thank you so much for the super chat. Now, you know I don't got that music like you got, so I don't got it like that over here. You got a whole, let me see if I can find some for you because I don't really got nothing, here. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. I appreciate you.
The Empress of Jesus Christ working. All you winos can help Tasha pay that bill. Yeah, but don't put it over here because YouTube takes so much of the money. So, but I appreciate that. Thank you so much. But that's gonna go, of course. But Cash App, PayPal at 𝐾𝐨𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐿.
How many times, y'all, did she give her Cash App and PayPal? She act like she broke. This lady sat up there and told y'all she paid $10,000 for rent. Who in the hell pays $10,000 for rent? Who does that? She's paying $10,000 for a rental. Okay. Now, Tasha K also has a home that she very well could live in. The home is empty and she is selling it. So imagine owning a property, paying a mortgage on it because you don't live there and you're not renting it to no one, and then paying $10,000 a month. So I gotta something that she can do. Move the hell out of the apartment. It's going to save her $10,000. Move her ugly ass back into her house and give Cardi B that $10,000. So are you telling me that a woman who needs money is creating more debt? Why are you living in an apartment for $10,000 a month? Who does that? I'm not going to live in an apartment for $10,000. I wouldn't give a damn how much money I had. If I don't own it, I'm not paying no $10,000 a month. I'm not doing it. So she can do it because she got the money to do it. And she's sitting up there grifting y'all, telling y'all to pay her damn debt. Who in the hell in this chat is paying $10,000 a month for an apartment that you don't even own? Who?
And then once this is paid, I mean, I'll continue the courses or whatnot. But what I'm thinking I'm gonna do is for the because this is charity pretty much. Like what you guys are doing for me is charity, right? What I'm gonna do is once the judgment gets finalized and we have our party and we're cleared, I am going to turn this into a way where we can use it as a way to float money to you guys. So say for instance, I don't know if my husband's family does it, my best friend's wife's family does it. And it's like everybody in the family puts into the pot, right? The books will be open. I don't believe I just believe in transparency. Especially when it comes to money, because money really, really fucks up a lot of relationships.
Now she said, y'all send her the money, y'all. She gonna put it up for y'all. Send Tasha K your money.
And I'll be damned if I ever fuck up my relationship with y'all. So anytime y'all want to see something, everything will be open. You can look at it, see where it's going, how it's being distributed. I have no problem with that.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop it here because I'm gonna bring up Tawana Davis. The reason why I wanted to play this is because I'm just showing y'all how Tasha ain't shit. I don't like people who try to scam the community. I mean, she should be grateful that she has people that support her. And like somebody said in the chat, your support is simply what y'all doing now, watching. You don't need to send money. You don't need to do any of that. But the fact that she up here trying to scam y'all by telling y'all, send me your money, I'm going to put it up. And then when you need it, I'm going to send it back to you. Okay, we about to bring Tawana up. Now, Tawana reached out to me and told me that she was going through a difficult time and felt like, she had supported Tasha. Do y'all know what she asked Tasha to do? She simply asked Tasha to do a GoFundMe. She was having, doing hard times or something like that. And I'm going to let Tawanda tell y'all how Tasha played her. Now, keep in mind, Tasha just told y'all to send her y'all money, but this is what she did to Tawanda. Tawanda, you there?
Hey, Keisha.
Hey. Thank you for coming on short notice. I was meaning to call you and I was like, oh shoot. So I literally text Tawana when we were on the live. So Tawana had reached out to me and basically said, she was a Tasha K supporter. She just said that she did not respect Tasha because of this situation. So Tawana, just walk us through what you had went through and what you had, you said you had reached out to Tasha K. Just tell us about that. And the reason why I want you to share your story is because Tasha K is doing videos telling people to send her their money, and when they need it, she gonna send it back to them. But let them know what Tasha K did to you.
Okay. And again, thank you, Keisha. Excuse me for allowing me to come on here. It took a lot for me to do this. Now Now, when I say Tasha, when I say I was a huge fan of Tasha's, I was a subscriber. I watched her faithfully. December of 2024. Now, I have been having problems with my foot for years. Ever since my 20s. I'm now 51, and it got to the point where I couldn't take it anymore. At the time, I was working 2 jobs and plus trying to finish up my year um, in school for education. So I went in for a pretty common surgery, bunion removal. And I knew I was going to be off work roughly 2 months. So I prepared myself for that. I went and paid my rent up until March, because I was supposed to be returning back to work around March. Now, mind you, I at the time lived alone, no husband, no boyfriend, no sugar daddy, none of that, right? So my foot didn't get any better. Long story short, the doctor that did my surgery gave me a bone infection, and that led to them having to amputate my big toe in April of 2025. So at that time, I was drowning. I was facing eviction. Um, and I don't know what happened. I wasn't watching Tasha at the time. She just hit me out of nowhere. So I humbled myself and I reached out to her and her team. I sent her pictures. I sent her proof of my situation, basically. Um, to this day, I have not heard anything from them. And I know for a fact that, yeah, and I think I'm gonna say it with my whole little chest that I know that they got my message. I know they did. Um, I did get evicted. Um, in July, I ended up having to get my granddaughter, custody of my granddaughter. It was rough. It's still rough actually, but she broke my heart. She really did. I unsubscribed. um, I don't watch her anymore. I mean, she's still what's the word, algorithm, my YouTube algorithm or whatnot. So I do run into some of her content and stuff, but yeah, when I saw her in this GoFundMe, it didn't sit right with me. Keisha, that's why I had to reach out to you. It just didn't sit right with me. I don't know. I feel like she is obligated. Before anybody says she's not obligated, I feel like she is, because if it was not for us, her supporters, she wouldn't be where she is today. I didn't even ask her for no help, well, money directly. I asked her because she at least asked the winos, tell my story. Ask the winos if they can give me 50 cents to $1. I just need help. And again, she just basically said that with me. So
Tawana,
I'm just
I just have a quick question because I want to make sure that they can follow you now. You had described, the situation that you were having. And did I hear you say that you reached out? Like, how did you reach out to Tasha K?
I sent her an email with proof of my situation and everything. Because that was the only way I knew how to contact her.
Right.
And I kept watching her shows, from that point to see, I don't know, it was email primarily. So
Okay.
and I know, that was her means of communication with her supporters, because like I said, initially I didn't know how to contact her, but she just so happened to have this show. She aired, not show, but she had this video where she was allowing us to call in, basically to speak about anything. And it was this one supporter of hers, this particular supporter of hers was talking about speaking on a business idea that they had. And Tasha was saying, hey, I can help you. This is how you contact me. So, yeah, but like I said, it just didn't sit right with me how she is not sitting right with me, how she's doing now.
Now, my next question I have for you, What, like when you say you had sent her, you had email, what did you, do you recall, like what did you say in the email? Because from what I got from you, you didn't email her asking for money. You pretty much told her your situation. And as a supporter, you were saying, listen, I'm going through this situation. Can you maybe share my, GoFundMe to help raise funds for me, if I'm correct? Is that what happened?
Somewhat. I mean, it wasn't I mean, I guess you can say I was asking for help, yes, but I asked her could she share my story, I didn't just come flat out and, well, I guess I kind of did. Not her, I didn't ask her directly for anything other than share my story. And it was really allowing the winos to be able to help me. You
Right.
understand what I'm saying? Because that was my breaking point. That was my breaking point. Actually, a friend of mine, a classmate of mine, he, gets on to me all the time about, you need to ask people for help. And for me to have done that, it took everything out of me to do that. That's how. And I mean, at that time, I was 50 years old, and I've never been in a position that I was in / still in, but the Lord has a way of humbling every last one of us.
Right.
And that's what happened to me. I humbled myself and reached out to this lady, and for them not to say anything to me, even if it would have been, well, Miss Davis, this is not what we do, I would have respected that a whole lot more than just nothing.
Nothing. No, I totally understand what you're saying. I just wanted to make sure that I understood. So you were basically reaching out to your favorite content creator to let her know you were going through hard times. Can she share this information? So you didn't necessarily ask her for nothing per se, other than can you share this information with your following?
Yes, ma'am.
She couldn't even do that, but yet
Yes, ma'am.
she has all of this money from asking people to donate to her. I've been told people that Tasha K don't give a F about them. I've been said that.
Yep. And Miss Tasha, if you are watching this, when and if you watch this, you really just, when it comes to,
I don't mean to cut you off, but what do you have, like Zelle or Cash App or something? Can we send you something now, or can we help you out now?
girl, I have Cash App. I have Cash App.
Send me your Cash App or whatever information you have. So I'll put it, share it, and we'll see what we can send you. But one of the reasons why I wanted to bring you on, because after you had explained to me, what you had went through, I was like, damn, now if somebody sent me something like that and you said, you had sent her pictures and stuff like that, what would have been so hard by sharing your story? That's all you asked. But for her to not even acknowledge you, what it does is it paints the picture that I've been trying to tell people. Tasha K don't give a FUCK about y'all. If this woman gave a F about y'all, why would she come to people who make way less than her? That's like me going through my house telling my kids, y'all need to give me $300. Now, $300 is not a lot, but it's a lot for them. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People that work regular jobs. Now, as a self-employed business owner, you can write off a lot of expenses that may not be expenses, but as long as it don't look too crazy, you can get away with it. So you're talking about a woman who has the flexibility to write off a bunch of shit in her house that's coming to regular everyday people asking them. I said, hold on. She don't like her, she don't like her people. She just want to use them. She feel like she can use them and give these bullshit ass stories. And it's real messed up. Tasha K reminds me of Anton Daniels. She reminds me of Anton Daniels because when she came and asked for, I said, is this whole serious? This is a joke. That's why I did the Cash App. I said, well, damn, if they gonna give to Tasha K, I mean, since we putting it all on the, out there, well, shit, I am trying to buy a house. I mean, if y'all gonna get the money to the scammers, then hey, let me go ahead and give y'all mine too, because at least I'm being honest.
Yeah.
At least being honest. So thank you for sharing they're asking for your Cash App in the chat. You don't know what your
I
Cash
think I did it. I'm not good with this. I'm not how you say it, tech savvy. I say phone savvy, but I
do
think
you
I sent it. I
send
I sent it to your email.
you sent it to my email? Okay, let me check.
Yeah, maybe you can do better than me as far as
Let me look. Because if you send okay, you say money sign DAVTIW.
yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Okay, do you have any, is it just Cash App? Do you have like
I
Zelle?
have what is
'Cause
that called? Venmo. I have Venmo.
I got Venmo. Because I only have Zelle. I don't know why. It shows that I got Cash App, but I don't really DAT. Okay, y'all, I'm
It,
gonna put Cash App in the chat here.
Keisha, thank you. Seriously, thank you. But yeah, and again, Tasha, if you see this, which you probably will, you you broke my heart, girl. Like seriously, I'm very disappointed. And I needed you. When I say I needed you, I needed you. So just imagine, on crutches, being evicted, then having to get your 8-year-old granddaughter just to keep her from going to foster care. It was a lot. It was a lot. It still is a lot. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know, Keisha. Everybody's just not who
They're
they appear to be.
they are not who they say they are, and that's why,
Right.
for me, sometimes people be like, you go off on people in the chat. That's how I do in real life. Like, I'm nice, but if you come in my chat with bullshit, I cuss you out because I want you to leave. That's how I am in real life. So I don't know how to be fake. I just know how to be myself. So I don't come on here with no fake story. I don't know how to do that. Do you have Zelle, Tawana? Because they're asking for Zelle. I know I have
I
Zelle.
don't.
You don't have
I
Zelle?
don't. I just
Do you?
have Venmo and Cash App.
You have Venmo and Cash App. Okay. I'm just looking to see what they having. So, quick question: do you have an account like with a bank?
No.
Okay.
I've been broke. So look, I've been broke so long. I don't.
No,
I
no
just.
problem. I was
Yeah.
just saying that because if you did, you
Mm-mm.
could go right in the app and do Zelle. I just know because like at my bank it'll say you.
Yeah.
So I do not have
Oh
cash.
wait, hold on, wait. My granddaughter just pointed out something that Sir King Black asked me. Can you sue the doctor? This is crazy, Keisha. If you don't mind me
Let
touching
me
on this real quick.
go ahead. Let me find it. I didn't even see it. Go ahead.
Um, Mr. Sir King at Sir King Black,
I see it.
it seems as if off top that would be so easy to do, and it's not because I don't know why, but I reached out to, I can't even count the number of attorneys. The fact that when it comes to medical malpractices, they are number one, hard to prove. Not a lot of attorneys try to stay away from those type of cases. So am I able to sue? It's easier said than done. Um, First, they have to prove negligence, which I mean, I don't have diabetes. I've never had any health issues, and plus, an orthopedic out of Birmingham, Alabama, told me directly that the podiatrist told me how the doctor did it to me by sticking a needle point in my bone. If I'm making sense, but it's not that easy, Sir King. It's not that simple. It's just not. It should be, but it's not. I'm still working on that. I'm still working on it. So, yeah.
Hey, your last name is Davis. I just said yes. I know it is, right?
Yes,
Why?
ma'am. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it is Davis. So What I'm probably going to do is I'm going to send the money to my son and have him send it, because I just don't trust my Cash App because I don't use it. And a lot of times when I put my card number in, it say your bank won't let you use it. So I don't know. I will send the money to my son and have him send it. Somebody said, Keisha, can I send you the cash and send her something because I don't have? Yeah, you can send it to me by Zelle and I can send it to her. You sure can. Let me put the Zelle number in there.
Y'all, thank you so much.
This,
Like, y'all
this
don't
all she had to
understand what I'm
do.
going through.
This is all she had to do. Like, oh, that was loud. Let me get back some. But that's crazy. I don't understand that. I just don't. It was, she could have just, I don't know why she didn't do it. I mean,
At Boogs Girl 1178, yes, that's it. Osteomyelitis. That's exactly what I had. That is a bone infection, yes, ma'am. And they amputated my excuse my big right toe, and I just went in for a bunion removal. Something as simple as a bunion removal. I mean, well, no surgery is simple, but it's pretty common when it comes to podiatry operations. So yeah, it's just know, everybody, that life can happen
oh,
to
we know.
every last one of us at any given time, because I never would have thought that I would have had to sign up for disability, which I had to do. And people keep telling me, oh, that can take such and such. I'm like, I'm not gonna be able to handle 2 years and 3 years waiting on no disability. I'm not, but I can't stand as long as I used to. I can't walk as long or that far anymore. It's a lot. And I just hope, Tasha, life can happen to every last one of us. I don't care how big you may think you are. I don't care how much money you got in your accounts. The Lord will humble you. I'm not saying that, God humbled me, because of something I've done wrong and like that. But life happened to me to where I had to humble myself. I had to humble myself. And that was me reaching out to her.
Right.
And I was a big fan of hers. Keisha, like I told you, it's not that I don't like Tasha anymore. No. I lost all respect for her.
Right.
And that's a difference.
Right. And you made that clear.
know.
Yep, we talked about that because I said, well,
Yeah.
It's not that I don't like her. You said, no, I don't respect her. And hey, I'm with you on that. I am with you
Yeah.
because we have to be helpers one to another. And I know exactly how disability works because I have somebody in my family who gets disability who I financially support. Now, if this person had to wait on disability, they wouldn't have nothing because disability don't even pay nothing. I was just speaking to somebody that I was talking to because, like I said, I have a person in my family who I support that have disability, and I didn't even know that the person could get food stamps because I was like, well, how do they get food stamps if they live with me and I take care of everything? They was like, because they live with you, you charge them rent. Whatever you get don't got nothing to do with them. I didn't even know that. So I listen. No, it's hard, especially when you by yourself and trying to, do things. So I don't look at people no kind of way, regardless. I treat all people the same. You know what I mean? So I'm really sorry.
Thank you, Heal the World. I appreciate that. Sending love and prayers to you. Thank you so much, for real. Thank you. Oh, I have a at City Chai South. I do have a disability attorney. I do. That's who's handling my disability claim. I do. I have an attorney for that.
Do anybody
How
else?
old is she? If she is 65 years old, she can draw. No, I'm 51. I don't know if they talking to me or Deborah Holder.
Yeah, she's not
I'm
65. So she doesn't have anything, guys, but Cash App. And I'm going to re-put her Cash App information in the chat again here. If you guys want to send her something, she doesn't have Zelle, just Cash App. Just
Hey, we
give me.
gonna say thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Is that your grandchild?
Yeah,
How old is your grandchild?
8.
Okay, 8 years old.
Yeah. Yep. I didn't think I got to start all over again, Keisha, at 51, girl, but I'm starting all over again with a child.
Listen, I'm telling you, before I start, doing YouTube, I worked a job, and luckily I had started YouTube because the job I was working for, people got laid off. So hey, we never know where we will be. That's why you can't treat people like you better than them. I treat everybody
Yeah.
with dignity and respect. Okay, so I get it. I get it. I get it. Tawana,
Thank you.
any
D.
other questions?
That's me. Thank you. At D. That's me. I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, Tawana, I'm gonna put your information back in the chat. If you have any more questions, let me know, Tawana. I'll talk to you later.
Girl, thank you so much.
All right, thank you. Bye-bye. All right, y'all. I'm gonna put Tawanda's I gotta just find her number. I don't forgot it. Let me put her number back in the chat here. So if y'all have a few dollars, if y'all could send money to a millionaire, that's what I'm saying. I don't have a problem with helping nobody out. I just have a problem with people that scam folks. Like, girl, sit your ass down. You sitting up here asking people for money and you not even putting the people information. They, reach out to you and tell you that they're going to be homeless and they support you and just asking for you to put their information up and you can't even do that. Girl, bye. But you on here begging people for money. Fuck out of here. This is Tawanda's information. Tawana Davis. So this is her Cash App. She said she does not have Zelle. Now, I know somebody is going to send me some money via Zelle, and I'm going to send it to her Cash App. I'm also going to send her money Cash App. I'm going to get my son phone because I don't trust his ass either. He liable to keep my money. I get his phone and send it myself, child. These kids be lying too much. Ooh, these kids know they lie. But, yeah, so Tasha K wants y'all to send y'all damn money to her and she gonna send it back to y'all when y'all need it. Bullshit.
There's something you want to do, you want to transition, but all of that will be offered as a part of, oh, thank you so much. The Empress of Jesus Christ working. All you winos can help Tasha pay that bill. Yeah, but don't put it over here because YouTube takes so much of the money. So but I appreciate that. Thank you so much. But that's gonna go,
And my goof ass done put the wrong information in there. Give me a second, y'all. This is Tawanda Cash App. I done put the wrong shit up in the damn chat. This is Tawanda's Cash App, y'all. Lord have mercy. Give me a second here. That is Tawanda's Cash App right there. I'm going to put it on the screen here. All right, so that is Tawanda's Cash App right there, y'all.
No, of course. But Cash App, PayPal at 𝐾𝐨𝐿KYNO. And then once this is paid, I'll continue the courses or whatnot. But what I'm thinking I'm gonna do is for the because this is charity pretty much. Like what you guys are doing for me is charity, right? What I'm gonna do is once the judgment gets finalized and we have our party and we're cleared, I am going to turn this into a way where we can use it as a way to float money to you guys. So say for instance, I don't know if my husband's family does.
She showed and float shit to Tawanda, boy. She gonna float money, but she showed and float shit to old Tawanda.
Is it My best friend's wife's family does it. And it's like everybody in the family puts into the pot, right? The books will be open. I don't believe I just believe in transparency. Especially when it comes to money, because money really, really fucks up a lot of relationships.
This how you know when an MFer is lying. Eye contact. If you can't look me in the eye, I don't want to have shit to do with you. Look at her. She looking everywhere but in the camera. Girl, get the hell up out of here.
And I'll be damned if I ever fuck up my relationship with y'all. So anytime y'all want to see something, everything will be open. You can look at it, see where it's going, how it's being distributed. I have no problem with that. That's why I have no problem with filing bankruptcy. And my books are open, and creditors can ask me to open my books. There it is, nothing to hide. Can I get back to work now so we can get this money? Please. That's the most important, is that I get this money to pay. You got me down here at the courthouse that this ain't making me money. This ain't making you money. So can I get back on the block selling pussy, please?
Girl, that's what you better do. You better sell that old. You better sell it. Sell that old cat, because you ain't getting shit. Ain't nobody thinking about what the hell you talking about. You don't give a damn. Oh, and let's look at this. Let's look at this. You know, Tasha K, you know, she's selling this property right here. It's, you know, it's a nice property. It ain't bad. Not a bad property at all. This is her house she's selling, you know, and she's saying that it's $1 million property. You know, Tasha forever bragging. This how you know she never had shit, but she said that. So she's selling this property. You know, it's let her tell it it's $1 million, but it looks like they're asking $875,000. But here's the deal. This is how you know she just got a whole bunch of money. She can move right back in this house. Why would you create more bills for yourself, move out of your property, and then move into an apartment? And somebody says she lost. No, she didn't lose this house. She still owns this property, but she's not living there. She moved out of this house and moved in a damn apartment. Who moves out of their home and lives in an apartment unless you just got an abundance of money? Like, who wastes money like that? Who does that? So she moved out of here to live in a little bitty ass apartment. Y'all know apartments ain't big. It's a nice house. Why did you leave? But she's on here begging y'all for money. Her and her scamming ass husband. Looks like this is that where she was doing those videos at in this area. If y'all follow her content. I mean, what's wrong with this house? Nothing. Ain't shit wrong with that damn house. Nothing at all. What y'all saying in the chat? I think she moved out because Georgia does not have protections like Florida. Now that part, that could have been it. Wait a minute. I think I put the wrong. Wait a minute. Somebody said, you're right. You're right. Somebody said, where is that? I think she moved out because Georgia does not have protections like Florida. That's right. Georgia don't play. I think that is true. But here's the deal though. She filed for bankruptcy. So bankruptcy protects you and your assets. So keep in mind, y'all, Cardi B is not in her bankruptcy. Cardi B made an arrangement with her that, Cardi B didn't have to make an arrangement with her. I just want everybody to understand that. Cardi B did not have to make an arrangement with her. So she could have ran from Georgia, maybe thinking that, but at the same time, Cardi B decided to make an arrangement with her that she didn't have to make. So, hey, she didn't have to do that. Well, I don't think she's going to sell this property. And let me just tell you why. I remember her saying sometime before that she had paid a little over $400,000 for this house. I don't think she's going to get $875,000. I mean, it's a nice house, but the area is not that nice. It's not a nice area like that. So I don't think she's going to get the money that she's asking for. So I don't think personally that she gonna get no 875,000. Somebody said bankruptcy does not protect your home. Oh yes, it does. Trust me, I tried to file, but they wouldn't take me home, so I decided not to do it. I don't know who told you that. It does protect your home. Yeah, it does. I don't know what that was all about, but it does. Because if it didn't protect her home, then she wouldn't have it. She still has her property. Thank you for the super chat. Is it 𝐬𝐲𝐫𝐫𝐢? I hope I said that right. Somebody said, is the house in the hood? The property is not in the hood. I wouldn't say it's in the hood, but what I will say is they're asking $875,000 for the property. What I'm saying is that area is not the hood, but it ain't and how can I put it? It's not so she lives in Lawrenceville. If anybody know anything about Lawrenceville, it's not the hood, but the area that this property is in, it's not like a area where there's big, beautiful homes for millions of dollars, if that makes sense. So it's like she has a property that she's selling for $875,000, and the properties in that area don't look that great. So I would say it's in the hood, but it's just not. I would say for $875,000, it's just not worth it. I don't think it's going to sell. I think it's a nice house. Maybe she can pick it up and put it somewhere else. No, it's not a gated community. You feel me? For $900,000 or $950,000, you can be in a gated community. Why would you pay $875,000 for that? So I believe too that it's overpriced. It's overpriced. I believe obviously she's trying to get a whole bunch of money for it. I don't think she's going to get that. I think if she brings it down to maybe 6, maybe she would get that, but ain't nobody gonna pay $875,000 for that. You can be in a gated community, you can be in a nicer neighborhood. I don't believe that she's going to get it. Somebody says, according to another content creator who is an attorney, Tasha K has committed bankruptcy fraud regarding her income. Yeah, that's what we've been talking about. Yes, she has. And here's the thing too. I think the biggest issue here is I don't think Cardi B gives a damn about that. I think Cardi B just wants her money. But the issue now is what is being stated is that Tasha K is supposed to increase the amount that she's supposed to be giving Cardi B. And Cardi B wants to look at these other sources of income. Girl, in a minute, Cardi B just finna take everything. Okay, girl, bye. Well, you can still like somebody and be able to provide your commentary, child. But hey, you got to do what you got to do. Because I don't hate Tasha K, but I'm gonna say what I got to say. Okay. Somebody said, "Oh, what this girl say?" She said, "I love Tasha K. I love my kids, but if they do something wrong, I'm gonna let them know." I mean, what does that mean? Somebody said either way, she probably couldn't afford the utilities. I guess you probably wasn't here for none of this video. Tasha K is not hurting for money. She very well can afford the utilities if she's making $500,000. That's after she paid everybody, and it doesn't have anything to do with what her husband makes or her other organizations that she created. How is it that Tasha K can't afford utilities? Man, what is you talking about? That lady ain't broke. She can't afford utilities. What is you? Is you some kind of white supremacist? What you talking about? She can't afford the utilities. That don't even make sense. If they cancel her bankruptcy, Cardi can garnish her bank accounts. Well, let me just make sure you understand something. Cardi B, and I had to reacquaint myself with this because I forgot. Cardi B's debt is not in Tasha K's bankruptcy. So it was, and this is what's so crazy about this whole thing. Cardi B agreed to the payment plan. She didn't have to agree to it. So it's crazy that Tasha K still out here lying, still talking about this woman after she agreed to a payment plan. She didn't have to agree to that. And part of the payment plan is that Tasha K stopped talking about her. Has she stopped? Has she stopped? Okay, she said, I'm offended. Okay, well, I just thought that maybe you were white because you said that she couldn't afford the utilities. I thought you was trying to be funny. So, okay, ma'am, then, well, she can afford the utilities. She definitely can afford it. Somebody says, from stunned to crying broke, right? Her debt does not have to be included in bankruptcy. Well, it's not. Cardi B's debt is not. I mean, I think it's added to her list of creditors, but it's not included. So I honestly, y'all, I think Cardi B is being nice about this whole thing because Tasha K still talking about that lady. Somebody says TK bankruptcy payments go up every year, right? But it was something else that I wanted to show y'all. Just give me a second here. Just give me a second. What do you think the outcome will be? Will the bankruptcy fraud kick out the bankruptcy? Well, so this is what I've learned from people who filed bankruptcy and lied, like committed bankruptcy fraud. This one girl that I know that did it, instead of like prosecuting her, what they did was they made it so that she can never file bankruptcy in her life. So no matter what's going on in her life, she can't ever do it. So I don't know. I think that's what they do. You know, if you commit bankruptcy fraud, they'll just stop you from ever filing bankruptcy. I don't know if they actually send people to jail for it. But like I said, the people that I know that did it, they pretty much dismissed it and did not allow them to ever file bankruptcy. And that's wrong. That will be pretty much messed up for Tasha K because if they dismiss it and tell her she can't file bankruptcy, but I don't know. Cardi B already has a payment arrangement. I don't think Cardi B is really trying to come after Tasha. I think she just wants Tasha to leave her the hell alone. So I don't know. Cardi B probably just will continue with the payment plan. But I think right now, what she's trying to see is what is Tasha's real income, because what Tasha said she made in her projections, she made way more. Somebody said, clank, clank, she going to jail. Clank, clank, she going to jail. Tasha come out with that trolling song a few years back, and now it's going to bite her in the ass. Yeah, I don't get that. Okay, check my email. Let's see what she's saying here. But no, I don't believe that she will go to jail because I think somebody. These people are so weird. I'm gonna let Tawanda come back up. It's some very weird people in this world. All right, Tawanda.
Hey, I was like I said, I'm not good with these phones and stuff because I want to actually post it on here. That's why I just sent it to you. But yes, let me see, what was her name? Hold on, let me go back to it.
Dante Nichols.
Yeah.
Dante Nichols. You are famous today. You raggedy, ugly, big nose, bald head. You had the nerve to send this lady a message with your lonely, ugly, because I know you ugly. I'm looking at your profile picture. She sends this nasty message to Tawana saying I think, is this the full message or is it cut off? Let me see. It says,
Wait, hold on. I'm trying to pull up the actual. Let me pull up the actual. What's the name?
People are so ugly and nasty.
Evil. Yes. I don't want to hang up.
Just
Wait, can you still
ugly.
hear me? Can you excuse me?
I think you just sent it back to me again. Let's see here. Tasha K got some weird ass supporters, and they, you know, half of them is dumb and stupid just like us. So you can't really expect too much from them. Let me check my email. I think I got it, didn't I? Or did you
Let me
send me?
see.
I think I got it. Tasha K got a bunch of ugly, dumb supporters that look ugly just like her. So somebody sent her a nasty message, and you know, it's just, it is what it is. These people are just, you know. And for the whole that put that in the chat, I'm not bonding with nobody hoe over anything. This is commentary. You ugly, Miss Seeley looking dusty.
Oh my gosh.
Don't get me started.
Oh my gosh, Keisha, I know it, right? I know it. Oh,
Please don't get me
it's
started. Y'all,
crazy.
just people
People
are
are so
ugly.
evil. I mean, they're just evil.
That's why Tasha K in the situation she's in because of her dumbass supporters. Y'all hyped her up to go after somebody, and now she has a $4 million judgment. So maybe y'all should help her pay it because, you know, y'all kind of got her into this foolery. Y'all got her into this foolery. Y'all nasty. Y'all bunch of bitter women that ain't got shit going on for y'allself. Y'all look up to a Miss Seeley looking ass Tasha K. Look at Tasha. Look at Tasha K. Tasha K looks a mess. She looked just like this, and this what her supporters look like. This.
Please. Now, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find a way for you guys to donate. And whenever you guys need like rent paid, food, bills paid, maybe I get a lot of people that we help out with courses and stuff. Or
Wow.
When y'all need y'all rent paid, when y'all need food, she gonna give y'all the money. Y'all heard that? When y'all need y'all rent paid.
Wow.
These the type of supporters she has.
Can I get back to work now so we can get this money? Please, please. That's the most important, is that I get this money to pay. You got me down here at the courthouse that this ain't making me money. This ain't making you money. So can I get back on the block selling pussy, please? Please.
Yeah, you better sell that wore out cat.
But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find a way for you guys to donate. And whenever you guys need like rent paid, food, bills paid, maybe I get a lot of people that we help out with their college courses and stuff or semesters. You'll be able to pull from that fund, but only if you put into it. If you do not put into that fund on a regular, you don't get to pull from it.
So tell me this. If she's collecting y'all donations, how in the hell does she know who put into the fund and who didn't? This ain't nothing but a damn scam. So I just want to know what the ledger is like. So how do you know who put in and who don't? So if I donate, let's say I can donate $10 a month. So, okay, in 2 years, I can't pay my rent. What's she gonna do? She gonna look and say, oh, you only gave us 200. I can only give you 50. What the hell is she talking about? This shit is a scam. This don't even make no sense. I would much rather her come out and say, donate the money. But what she's trying to do, y'all, is she's grifting y'all. So what she's making it look like now, this is what scammers do. When one thing don't work, they start turning it. Oh, okay, well, if you give me the money and, you know, I send it back to you. So she's coming up with things as she come up just making up shit. She done went from donate me the money, I'm gonna get the money back to you. Donate the money, we're gonna get the money to the HBCU. Donate the money, I'm gonna pay your rent. Donate the money, I'm gonna send you shit. Girl, what? Huh? Ma'am, what? This don't even make no damn sense. She done came up with 10 different ways that you should donate her your money.
So it's sort of like you having a like a off-site savings, and you get to give back to other people as well too. So yeah, but after we're paid and caught up, so again, okay, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, TK Wino Gang, and then of course we got the GoFundMe. If you found this video intriguing, please tip me. I could always use a tip. I come from the tip industry. I loved tips. I gave you something, just give me something, and then we can get up out of this, and then you ain't got to worry about me.
I gave you something. Give me something. Oh, they watched the video. Let me see what is the views on this video. Okay, let's just see. Cause she playing with y'all. Okay. 56,000. Okay, she got what, 1 million? I don't know. 56,000 views may pay her $800. Like, girl, get your ass up out of here. Like, you are playing in these folks' face, making it seem like you on here and y'all didn't give me no tips. I come from the tip industry. Make sure y'all tip me. She playing in y'all face, making it seem like she providing y'all something and she got no value from it when she know this video of her ugly ass, she gets a check for it. But instead of just taking that and taking her ugly self back on up through this house, she gonna get on here begging y'all for money. And you really, let me just tell y'all what she doing. Really, she playing with y'all intelligence. She's playing with your intelligence like you stupid. Like who does this? Who does this? I want to help people in need. How the hell is she up here asking and shit? People, they don't make $500,000-$600,000 in regular jobs, but she gonna get her ugly ass on here and tell y'all to send her y'all money on a rolling 30-day basis.
Asking no more. Okay, so I appreciate everything y'all do. I love you guys. I'll see you. I will not be live tomorrow. I got a flight tomorrow. I'll be in Atlanta all week doing press. I got a couple of radio shows that I'm doing, interviews, and then DC, we'll be doing a lot of press in DC, even though we're already sold out of most of the events. We got like 20 tickets left for the Wine and Dine.
And in all honesty, though, I wish they do report her damn GoFundMe. We just had Tawanda on here and she told y'all about her situation. Now, rightfully so, people like her should have a GoFundMe, not this up here scamming y'all because she decided to get into this beef with Cardi B to get her subscribers up. And now, since she know that this shit is real and that Cardi B ain't playing with her, she want y'all to pay her debt. They should report that shit. They should report it. They should have reported her shit, and I hope they take it down.
Rather be all those other things you say about them than have a $4 million debt. Tasha K, you are the example. Now everyone's going to court now because of you, because you lost. And it doesn't even matter if you pay the debt off. Your brand, and you know it, it's tarnished. Everything that you dreamed of, everything that you wanted, the lights, the show, the fame, the glory, the applause. No, you will forever be the salacious, the dark, that got sued by Cardi B and lost. The liar, Tasha K. Everything you do will have to be independently funded. No one will take risks with you or your brand. I don't give a damn how polished it is. I don't care how bad your husband rolls around his knees and rolls on his backs and how he edits and who you fly out. You will always have the cousin, best friend of, side chick of, thereof. Your platform is a joke. No one takes you serious. You don't have a point of view. All you are is an evil spirit that needs to pay for her sins.
Now, isn't that something though? Something has to be said for everybody that you come into contact with. They say you evil. Like, why do people keep saying that? Why do people keep saying that? So y'all saying everybody lying about this lady, saying she evil. This motherfucker is full of evil spirits. Everybody is saying the same thing. Hey, Tasha K not broke. People are so gullible. I don't understand how people are donating to her. If people would check, she makes a lot of money. That's all I'm trying to say. It ain't about the donation. It's about who they're donating to. Donation should be for people who need it. How the hell you donating to somebody that admitted she made $500,000? This doesn't include her husband's income. It doesn't include her other income. But yes, she asking regular everyday people for money after she's splurging on a $10,000 a month apartment, talking about how she has valet, how she's on the top highest floor. Girl, what?
Actually revel and enjoy watching you burn. Yes. Tasha K is a dirty person. Everything she touches turns to shit. Even when you try to be cool with her. Even when I try to just say, hey, you know what? Let's turn. Tasha K is woohoo. And so I don't feel bad for her. This is the humbling. Everybody gets humble. Diddy was humble. You don't think a dirty ass Tasha K can be humble? Yeah, girl. You did all that big bag talk, money talk, rich talk. Don't get on GoFundMe now. And yeah, I know you knew the people was coming. Yeah, you knew we was going to talk. But it got so bad. She had to tell herself, I don't even care if they talk. I need the money. Imagine when it gets so damn bad. You say, you know, see, if it ever got bad or downsizing, because even for me, I think, okay, you know what? I may downsize my apartment or I may get a new car, but it's not because, hey, I can't afford it or I lost it. It will be, oh, you know what? Maybe I want to go back to school and get my degree. Or maybe I want to go try to start a new business and I need more capital. So maybe I'm going to downsize to come back up. But I'd be damned if I have to downsize because I owe $4 million.
But here's the deal, y'all. You know, Armand is talking about, like, you know, if you decide to downsize, it shouldn't be because your ass got sued. Tasha K ain't downsized shit. She moved out of her house to still have to pay a mortgage and went and got an apartment. Who does that? Now, I know, you know, some of y'all was saying Cardi B took the house. No, but here's the dumb part about that. Now, when she sells that property, and I could be wrong, but I think this is correct. I did a bankruptcy many years ago in my 20s. And one of the rules was if you sell your house, you have to use what you make to pay off that debt. So why in the hell would she move out of her property to go and rent an apartment to be able to pay now rent and mortgage? Is that somebody that's downsizing to y'all?
You're a dummy. You're a Tasha K. You're a and any despicable that feeds into your ego is a goddamn dummy too. We're laughing at you, Tasha K, as you knew we would. We don't give a shit. We don't feel bad, and we're celebrating. It's always Tasha K over here. You're a joke. You need therapy. You need counseling. Heal yourself, ho. And maybe you wouldn't bring this darkness onto you. Because here's the truth. You want love. You want acceptance. You want fame. You want a husband who loves you. But you can't get that until you heal from the inside. Imagine having to ship your child off to Africa to roll around in mud and eat apricots. A daughter who can't stand you and a husband who tolerates you.
Man, Armand, he read the shit out of Tasha K. He read her ass for filth. What y'all saying in the chat? Do anybody want to come up and let us know why y'all donating or why y'all ain't donating to Tasha K? What y'all saying? I'm about to drop the link. If y'all wanna come up. About to put the link in there. Armand, what you say? Armand is, let me see what your message says. Armand telling us who Tasha is and that's who her followers are. Right. Yeah, she was talking smack about Kevin Hart suing her, and she said she didn't care because she got lawyers. She bragged about having money and moving it around. Right. I mean, exactly. Like, this is not a case about, you know, somebody who don't have money. Like, helping people who don't have money is what GoFundMe's are for. But helping this silly ass girl, this woman she got plenty of money. Now, If y'all want to come up, that's fine. But I want to show y'all this other video where she brags about her $10,000 per month apartment. Basically saying, you know, she should be thankful. And in fact, she should be thankful. You should be thankful. You are going around begging people for money that they don't have. Wait a minute, let me rewind this. I think it's at the 8. Let me just. Okay, y'all, I want to show y'all this. Man, them hoes is so toxic. Very toxic. Very, very, very toxic. Yeah, so you are absolutely correct. When I see people, when I first came to YouTube, I thought YouTube was like a regular job. If y'all know, you know, in corporate America, you know, you meet people and, you know, at work, they be fake. So, you know, I thought that was going to be the YouTube community. These motherfuckers on here is crazy. They're absolutely crazy. Tasha K is toxic as hell. I don't care what she say about whoever. I have heard her personally too. I shouldn't say personally, but as it relates to her and Funky Dineva, I don't know what happened with their relationship. But what I did see is I saw her talking about that one lady, Michelle, saying how stinky she was. And then she went back to that same woman and befriended her only because she was mad at Funky Dineva. That is some childish high school ass shit. You were the main one talking about this lady. Now, since you don't like him, you go back and get hurt. That's what they do in high school. Then you want to interview Anton because you don't like Corey. Tasha K has some serious mental issues. Do you think I'm going to waste my time on YouTube acting out my vengeance on like who? I don't got time for that. If I don't like you, I don't need to go and interview somebody else so that, you know, I can justify my bullshit. So she does weird ass shit. Like she does weird stuff. She's too old for that. Like I'm not gonna go and get this person because I'm mad at you. I think when I saw that, I said she weird as hell. Like, girl. But this video right here, y'all, I want to get into because I had told y'all that the lady paid $10,000 a month. Now, I only know that she pays $10,000 is because she said it in this video right here. What I just done did. Give me a second. So am I on the right one? Okay. This video right here.
Personally, that hate the very look of my existence. Like, the better I do, the angrier they get, the more entitled they get, the more disrespectful they get. And it happened as soon as I was done with the live. It happened. And it got very thick. And I'm gonna give you an example. And I felt like I said, this is the test that this is what God is trying to reveal to me about how deep my resentment goes. Because when people try to come for me and hurt me in places where it's hard to really get over that, they have an excuse to be like, you see what I'm talking about? This why I don't like you. You evil. And I'm like, am I evil or are you fucking with me? Am I evil or are you fucking with me? No, I'm not beefing with Jasmine. What are you talking about? No, I'll tell you who. It ain't no beef. No. This is not about Jasmine, y'all. This is about family. Jasmine's not even confrontational like that. What are you talking about? So, when I did my live last week, I'll give an example. And this is not to, and I know she's probably on this live right now. But my mama was hot. She was hot that I did my live last.
Now, one thing I do want to get a woman credit for, because, you know, she did say something in this particular live that I really like. Now, she talks about, you know, the situation with her mother. Now, I did like when Tasha stated that whatever, sometimes, you know, we go through life, we have our own experiences with people. Now, let's just say, well, this is true. I am in therapy. Now, when I'm in therapy, I may address things that brings other people into my therapy session, not meaning that they really there, but I'm talking to my therapist and I'm sharing situations about other people. Now, if I have a story about something that happened to me and it involves somebody else, it's still my story. So Tasha has a lot of trauma and she talks about the trauma being tied to her mother. Now, I feel like pretty much what she says, I feel like she got this. Whatever trauma she has, she should be free to address it regardless of who it involves. A lot of times as Black people, we feel like, oh, we can't say nothing about our parents or our mother because that's disrespect. That's not true. So I did like what she did address in this live because she talked about healing herself. And I believe after watching this, and you know, some of y'all had put it in my chat to go back and watch it, and I went back and watched it. So the good thing that I did like about this video that she did is that she realizes that she got some mental shit going on. She says that she has a lot of resentment issues, and I believe she understands that a lot of her trauma is why she's in the situation that she's in now. I believe that she understands now, which is crazy because, girl, everybody else understood it years ago. I believe she understands now that she effed up. But hey, pay that lady. Don't try to shift your shit onto somebody else. But I want y'all to hear the part where she talks about the $10,000 a month rent.
Week with y'all on Sunday and talked about those things that I talked about. So much so, she was so hot, bro. It wasn't even about her. Like, that's what I'm saying. People feel like just because you come from them, they raised you, they know you, that, how can I put this? My life, my experiences, my perceptions has nothing to do with you. This is my story. And this is not a disrespectful live to my mom. I'm sure she's going to take it disrespectfully, but it's a new day in town. I really don't give a damn. I'm at a place in my life where if it's not serving me, if I don't want to do something, and if I want to do something, regardless, I'm going to do it. It's not about me people pleasing, because I am a people pleaser. This is what I do for a living, right? But I balance it well because I have a highly controversial platform where I speak my truth, my opinions, and y'all disagree. But I also allow you to hit me back. We were just talking about that in the Zoom. I'm not gonna block y'all for disagreeing with me. Like we all grown. Your reality, your perception, that's you. Who am I to tell you, be quiet? That's not true. That's your perception. I can't let my mama go, y'all. I can't let my mama go. That's my mama. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't. But you know, my mom was very hot. She was very angry about that live. So much so she texted me and was like, do I need to do an interview with a blogger to tell the truth? And I said, Mom, I woke up to that. That was the text message that I woke up to. And I said, Mom, listen. She said, you're lying. I never told you that I had sexual trauma. And I'm like, what? Okay, whatever. The live was about me. And I talked about generational curses. And I said, I don't tell them what my grandmother went through. My mom has talked about her sexual trauma. I didn't go into specifics. And then I put it back on me. But either way, my mama like my grandmama. I'm like my mama. My daughter like me. You understand? Like, but of course, you know, people, and I say this because this is going to lead into the GoFundMe situation. People will take something that has nothing to do with them, but because they have a tie to you, they make it about them. And I was very general with my mom. I would never get on here and tell my mom's business in detail. Like, I would never do that, right?
Now I saw what some of y'all are putting in the chat. What she's saying is pretty much that, and that was kind of what I was describing. When you are trying to heal from certain situations, it does a lot of times involve other people. Now, from her standpoint, she's saying that a lot of it may involve her mother. She's not talking about her mother. She ain't dragging her mother, but some of the things that has happened to her involves her mother. Well, it seems like her mama got a problem with that. Now, me as a mother, I even talk to my kids like, because I know even as being a mama, you think you got it all together until your kids tell you, nope, I didn't like this or I didn't like that. So when people are on their healing journey, you got to let them heal. You can't be like, oh, well, if you say something about me, I'm going to feel a certain kind of way. How is a person supposed to heal? So what Tasha is pretty much saying is her healing journey is her healing journey. She shouldn't be obligated to not say certain things because of a way that somebody else may feel. And maybe her mama is a narcissist. I mean, she got it from somewhere, right?
And I said, listen, when she texted me and was like, I'm going to do my interview, I said, Mom, it's a free internet. It's a new day. Shit gonna change around here. It's a free internet. If you feel you need to do an interview, I can help book you. I can get you who you want to talk to. And I'm sure there's a lot of people that would love to take you. Tell me where you want to go. Happy birthday. Tell me where you want to go. Like, we can get it done tomorrow. I was just like, I'm at a stage in my life where I am no longer living for anybody else but me. And so with that being said, I am paying attention to myself more in detail because I'm not distracted by what everybody else got going on or even how they feel. But I'm not doing anything intentionally to hurt anybody. I know where I'm coming from. And if I have offended people, I will apologize. But this phase, this journey in my life, this is about me. I respect my mom. I promise you. Like, I've disrespected her a couple times. I ain't gonna lie, I just did recently. And that's when that right there, when I disrespected her, it wasn't that she did anything to warrant disrespect. It was that I'm resentful. Like, I can admit that I am very resentful. So it's like, and I said, when I found myself like 43 years old, and I said what I said to her, it did feel liberating, one, because it was like, damn, finally I get to speak up, Two, it also showed me that I'm emotionally immature. And that regardless of what went on, how I came up, I have to, when motherfuckers is poking the bell, bitch, knocking at the door, I ain't got to answer. I do not have to answer. Now, I can sit up here all day and be like, well, she did this to me, she did that to me, she did that. It's not even about what she did. Because, like, my mama gonna be my mama. She is a character in itself. Whew, Lord Jesus. However, that moment was me and all me. Like, this is how much I am fully vested into looking deep within inside myself so that I am not doing things that I would regret, or that I would like, I work so hard to get somewhere and then I lose it because I don't want to pay attention to myself and fix what I have going on. And what is it stemming from? Happy birthday, Chrissy. And so, you know, I perfectly own all of my flaws. Like I don't even know like what most of those flaws are, but I do know I'm paying attention to myself. And I'm watching how I say things and when I say things and how I say things. But it's for me. It's not for anybody else. It's for me. Because people are going to project. They do it to me all the time. I would not be in the position that I'm in if I listened to all the projection that people gave me, because people will project things onto you because they are not supposed to live your life. They have their own life. So they're speaking from their own experiences, their own pain, their own trauma, their own happiness, their own goals and aspirations. They're never speaking for you or towards you. Just like I'm.
So I see what y'all putting in the chat. Y'all saying that somebody said it's a personality disorder and lacking accountability. Now that I've been watching these repeated videos, I really feel like Tasha is on bullshit. Now, I'm not saying, you know, she ain't went through some shit, because we've all went through some shit, but I'm starting to feel like this is what she's doing for this damn grift and trying to get people money, because all of this bullshit now that she's talking about, and then now all of a sudden she's coming out saying, you know, that she need people to donate to her GoFundMe. I just think that this is some bullshit. That's just what I think. I'm not saying, you know, that she didn't go through what she went through. I just feel like this was all part of the damn scam. That's just what I feel. I think it was part of the scam, because shit, we all done went through some bullshit here. Okay? Listen, if I start telling y'all the shit that I went through, y'all be like, for real? Like, we have all went through. Girl, you intentionally got your stupid self on the internet and continue to mess with this lady over and over again. You did that. You did that. Didn't nobody do this but Tasha K. Didn't nobody do this but her. Now, I was trying to find the one, because she did a few of these damn videos, and I'm just trying to find the right one. I think I found it now. I think it was this one where she was talking about her rent, because I think she's on these rants with these damn late night videos here. But I think it was this one where she talks about her rent being $10,000.
One wino that watch everything. I know you. I know you. I see you. I had a whisper to me, I see you. You ain't got to hide. You know what I'm saying? Let nobody got money to be paying for no security. This is what I look like. What I look like getting a security team just to go to the Dollar Tree. What I look like. You got me messed up. I'm in my car. I don't care. I don't care. So, but anyway, thank y'all for getting up with me. So, yes, I'm using Allah to go shopping, but I ain't even Muslim. But y'all, I take everything from every religion and I apply it to my life. Okay, I'm Buddhist. I chant my 𝐦𝐿KO, but
she says she take everything from every religion. What the hell does that mean? How you take everything from every religion? So that means she ain't first. And here's the deal. Why she keeps saying pray when she, you know, then she told us she was a Buddhist. Is this hoe just making up this stuff as she go along?
Baby, listen. I borrow from Christians, I borrow from Muslims, I borrowed everybody but the atheists because I'm a believer. I believe in God. So I don't get that. I don't believe you came from somewhere.
So I have a question. Is that what people do? I have never borrowed anything from any other religion other than the religion that I consider myself. Isn't that weird? Like somebody said, some different personalities. How the hell can you borrow different things from different religions? Who ever heard of some shit like that? She said, I borrowed. What the hell?
You can't even explain it. So that's why you have to believe in God. So I'm sorry, but how we practice, what makes our character, what makes us who we are every day is what we believe in. And so what I believe in helps me to exuberate the very best of me most of the time. Not all the time, but most of the time. And that's why we're here. Okay. So you said the like is at the top. Where are my beads? My husband's beads are upstairs, but my beads are upstairs too, in front of my boots on. So to my fellow Buddhists, Nam Myoho.
And what is all of this bullshit that she got on with this scarf and this bullshit? What is this? Girl, what? We didn't know that you prayed to anybody but the devil, child. Now you so into girl bye.
𝐻𝐿. All right. So today was emotional for me, y'all. Very emotional. It could be a couple of things as to why I'm emotional. You know, I'm around that time, and I'm not the only woman that has felt this. So men, listen, this ain't about you men, but I think it will help your relationship. But around that time, when we start to get a little emotional, we start to get fertile, we start to get real horny, you know what I'm saying? We just start feeling life. We feel real creative. We want to create life because we horny and everything like that. And it brings up a lot of stuff, you know? So if you're not creating something, and it takes a lot of sorting through things and planning things out to create, you create something with your own, we always create something with our own life. What I'm saying is it could either be outwardly or it could be internally. So this phase of my cycle is internal. And boy, I woke up today crying. And you know, I'm always like, you said, oh my God, I was crying in a store that I work at. We'll talk about that in a second.
You know what, y'all? I don't listen to Tasha K all the time, but I'm gonna be honest. If y'all listen to this broad all the time, every day or whenever she come on, she sound like she crazy as hell. What? I'm very confused.
And just hold that thought. I'll answer y'all questions at the end. So today I woke up crying because my husband and I had a date day that led into the night. You know, we didn't get to bed till like 3 a.m. in the morning, but we had a good time. And I woke up today and I was in deep prayer and I was just like, something's happened.
Here we go back to this deep prayers. Listen, I'm not gonna say I don't pray. But I don't pray when I done effed up my life and now I need God. I don't like people like that. Don't pray. Don't pray, ma'am. Go back and keep playing with the damn devil.
And to me, and I don't know what it is, right? And then God just revealed it to me. I was praying and he was like, you know, because there's a lot going on behind the scenes here. My personal life.
Yeah, there's a lot going on behind the scenes here. Problem number one is Cardi B want her money. That's the only problem, y'all. That's the real problem. And honestly, I think her husband then probably went off on her ass because I ain't never saw her, and maybe y'all can probably tell me, I ain't never saw her looking this desperate. So I think the husband like, listen, you better get a damn GoFundMe. You better figure out how your ass gonna get this money paid because this ain't gonna work, okay? That's just what I feel. She seemed a little bit, unraveled, a little crazy. I think her husband got something to do with it because people were putting in the chat saying that Tasha worships her husband. And from what I saw, I think she does.
My business life, you know, there's a lot going on and trying to make sense of it all. A lot of stuff I can't even make sense of it. I just have to go through it. But God personally told me, he was like, listen,
I can't, you know, I'm not saying I don't believe in God, but certain people, please don't tell me about God, because let's just stick to the wine and the gossip, ma'am. Please don't tell us about God.
I've laid out everything for you and you can take it because we everything is laid out. And it's up to me whether or not I want to go forward or take this path. But when I get on this path, what you gonna do with it? What you gonna do with it, Tasha? Like, just because you on the path and I lay it out for you, right?
Girl, can we skip the God stories? Because, girl, come on, girl. God, we don't believe these God stories.
And you take it, you still have to, you still got to be righteous on the path, you know? And so I'm just like, ooh. So I'm like, well, how do I be righteous on the path? So I'm like, well, and I've never been the type to back down from nothing, right? Never been the type to back down from nothing. I welcome a challenge. And I was just like, well, I'm not running from what's mine. I work for this. I earn this. You know, that's been the energy that I've been in my entire career. And I say career on purpose because at one point this wasn't a career. When I first started, first 2 years, it was not a career. But since it's been a career, the energy that I use to succeed.
People, so it's certain kind of people that bring up God whenever they done did some effed up stuff. Like when she was doing all this stuff to Cardi B, you know, where was God then? Like, was there not a God then? I mean, have y'all ever did something and then something be like, don't do that? I mean, nothing told you from what they say to 2017 or whatever, when you start, you know, harassing this lady, and now we in 2026 and you just heard from God, girl, if you don't get your dumb ass about
Is the energy that it's trauma. It's trauma. Bro, like I just have to say what it is. It's trauma. It's trauma. There's no excuse for it. It's I know. Okay, here's the thing. I am a good person. I am a good-hearted person.
a good-hearted person don't need to remind us that you are a good-hearted person. The issue with her being a good-hearted person, y'all, is it seems like everybody that she comes into contact with, and I'm just gonna name some names: Arma, Funky Dineva, Storm Monroe, Lovely T, who else? I'm sure I'm missing some folks. They don't seem to think that you're that type of person. So I don't think so. I don't think that you're a good person. I'm just going to say it like it is now.
But I'm also deeply, deeply flawed. Okay? Of no fault of my own.
Oh yeah, T.S. Madison. It's so many people. Like, how can you? It's just everybody she come into contact with, and now it's Bondi Blue. Exactly. It's just everybody. And here's the deal about the Bondi Blue situation. All I saw was her give her commentary. I mean, people gonna give their commentary. You can't get upset by somebody's commentary, Tasha. You're on this old internet dragging everybody all the time. So how do you get upset because that is what she felt and that's what she said? Like, it's just always disgusting.
It's like when you teach a child certain things and mannerisms and everybody in your family act like that, because anybody see my family, they know this just Tasha, right? You don't realize that, you know, a lot of things, and I've done a lot of therapy my whole life, but then when things come up, it's like, now where this come from, man? I've been in therapy 10 years on and off. Now I got to go hire another therapist.
Now, Tasha talks about being in therapy for years. I tell people this all the time. Therapy does not fix you. You fix you. You go to therapy to get some help, but you have to do the work. Going to therapy sessions don't fix your problems. The therapists, they got issues as well. They just are knowledgeable. You know, they went to college. They can guide you, but you have to be willing to work on your own problems. You can be in therapy for years and still have the same issues. Are you working on your issues? I mean, girl, come on now.
Like this is where I'm at. Like, I gotta hire another therapist. I'm like 44, and I'm still trying to overcome bullshit that happened to me when I was a child. I'm still trying to, like.
Somebody put in the chat, I thought therapy was a temporary, not permanent thing. So that's a good question. So everybody's therapy time is going to be different. Like some people went through traumatic situations and then understand this. Whatever time it may take you to process something, it can take the next person longer. So from my, personal opinion, and I ain't a therapist, I feel like you need to go to therapy as long as you think you need to go. Now, keep in mind, some people go to therapy forever. Think about it. If you're a therapist, you probably should go to therapy forever because you are constantly dealing with people in their problems. So you should really know how to process that and not take it home with you at night. I don't think being in therapy is a discount to who you are as a person. You have to understand sometimes people have life coaches and different things like that. So I wouldn't look at a person any other way if they said they were in therapy. Look at the world that we're living in. I would prefer you be in therapy. So I wouldn't say it's a temporary thing. A lot of us, there's some people have a lot of things that they want to work through, and some people just want to have a therapist. I don't think, and I also think that is the misconception about therapy, and that's why people don't go to therapy, because they don't want to be looked at as, like, what's wrong with me? So I feel like therapy is whatever it is you want it to be. But, in all honesty, you have to be willing to own your bullshit and take accountability for your mistakes. And a lot of times people ain't willing to do that. They just want to point the finger at everybody else because it's easier to just say this person did it, because guess what? Then I don't have to take accountability for what I did.
Come on now, when does this end? When does this end? And so God told me today, when you make it end, it's up to you. So like I'm setting the table for you. The table is set. Table is set, y'all. Table is set. I gotta get a tissue because I've been crying today. So table is already set, it's laid out. All I gotta do is eat. But how much am I gonna eat? Am I gonna eat myself to the point where I'm going to, and I'm gonna be a little bit more specific here in a minute. I'm just telling you what's going through my mind, in my heart and in my spirit and in my bones and what I've been like revealed before I walk into this next phase of my life. And so are you going to eat to the point of glutton where it kills you? Or are you going to eat just enough and share with others? So I sent out a tweet today, and that tweet right there, I was dead set in tears. I was like, damn. Like I was choked up. Like I couldn't, when you in a, like I said, I've spent a lot of money, thousands of dollars. I would say over 10 years, actually, no, longer than that, 13 years. Let's just say each therapy, $150 a session. I do 4 sessions a month. I don't know. Do the math, right? Do the math.
This girl talking about a therapy session at $150 a week and she pay rent of $10,000. I would rather pay for my therapy and get my mental together than forking over $10,000. Y'all, you can find a very nice place for $5,000. Who in the hell lives in a $10,000 a month apartment? This ain't even a house. Who does that?
And there's still shit that's coming up. I'm like, my birthday in 9 days. I'm like, you know, the beginning of the year to me is spring. Contrary to, you know, what we call the calendar day is the beginning of the year. I personally believe, I ain't telling you what to believe. I believe the beginning of the year is spring, when the flowers start to bloom. And, you know, if you Christian, that's when Jesus rose, you know. That's just me personally. So now I'm like, damn, my birthday in 9 days. I'm Pisces, you know, I'm very emotional.
Well, here's the deal. She actually is not living above her means. This woman makes millions of dollars. I mean, even when they looked at the financials that she provided, she had made 500 and something thousand. Then her husband get paid, and that doesn't even include her other sources of income. So in all honesty, 10,000 is not above her means. She can afford it. Now, what I said is, instead of begging people for money, move out the apartment. She doesn't necessarily need to live in an apartment. She owns a house. Move your ass back in it. Why are you paying rent when you have a home that you can live in? So she definitely got it. So it's not that she's living above her means. She just don't want to pay.
I'm in the water. I'm always drowning in my own shit. My sign, I'm very much my sign. Very much my sign. All in and out. Swimming this way, always swimming against each other. I'm never on the same page with myself. I'm always, you know, so I believe in Zodiac. So I don't tell anybody else to believe in it, but I believe in it. So because it is relevant to me, and I've seen what they've said, and I'm like, yeah, that's me. For real. So what I'm saying is, the tweet I sent out today was that I am a very resentful person. I'm nice. I will give you the shirt off my back. I will give you my last bite of food. I will give you the furniture out of my house. I will give you my heart. But if you do something to me, and I am hurt by it, ain't no getting over that hurt for me. I compartmentalize it, and I use it, and you can say it's transmutation. And I use it, and I'm like, I'm gonna prove you wrong. Watch me do this. You said this, you did this to me. Watch me do better. Then I'm gonna come laugh in your face and say, see? I am very resentful. Let me tell you how resentful I am, yo. For real. My own grandmama. I had a revelation about this when I was chanting in front of my Busadon 2 years ago.
Imagine having all of this money and be mentally effed up. Imagine to have, and she's complaining about therapy. Listen, I want all the money too, but listen, I got to fix my mental. You are so mentally effed up that you are getting yourself into lawsuits that is costing you millions of dollars to the point where I'm not even gonna say she asking people for money because she don't even need it. Like she doesn't, I don't believe she has $4 million, but I know very well she got 2. I don't think she got 4, but I know very well she has 2. Okay. So imagine having all of this money, but on the internet making a complete fool of yourself.
And I was chanting, I hated my grandmama, bro. Like you could, whoo, not my great grandmama, but my grandmama, my mama. I couldn't stand her. I couldn't stand her, Lord Jesus. I didn't want her to die or nothing, but I couldn't stand her. I couldn't stand to be around her. My mama to this day eats her up, but I've since let that go. But for me to realize 2 years ago in prayer that I was resentful towards her, and the whole time I'm not gonna say I had no reason to be resentful towards her, but I thought she did not have my best interest at heart. And so after she's been dead now, I want to say, when did she die? Tonto was 2. Wow. So Tonto 19 now. My daughter 19. So 2, yeah, she died almost 17 years ago. And 2 years before she died, I had went to see her.
One moment she's talking to God, and the next she's chanting. Really? Exactly. This is what I'm saying. What are we witnessing here? What are we witnessing here? This shit don't make no sense. Somebody say, if you want to see a narcissist crash out, just try to hold them accountable. That part. This woman done went on a whole tirade about Cardi, bringing her back to court, when to come to find out this is everything that she agreed to. I feel like she disparaging Cardi again. She is using her mental health, she uses this to manipulate her audience to continue to garner sympathy for them to donate to her GoFundMe. This is just a tactic using her drama to appeal. Now, y'all keep saying that, and I'm starting to believe it. I'm starting to believe that all of this that she orchestrated is to get people to feel sorry for her. Because imagine having all of these issues that she's talking about and then don't have money to pay for it. Girl, you are complaining about paying a therapist $150. Some people don't have money to pay a therapist. Some people can't go to a therapist because they don't have money. So what is actually your complaint now, ma'am? That you have to pay a therapist? Okay, well, pay the therapist then.
She was in a nursing home. And I never really was like to be in her presence. She had a lot of, I lived with my grandmama coming up, her and my great grandmother. And it was just a contrast of different lives. And she'll be like, Tasha, go in my drawer and get my cigarettes. And I go in her drawer and accidentally open the wrong drawer. And she would have dolls in there with pins in them. And I'd be like, Grandma, what's these? I didn't know at the time. I'd be like 9, 10 years old. Oh, don't bother my dolls. Don't touch them. What the fuck is that? I didn't know.
Now, so, this part right here, though, y'all, she's talking about her grandmother used to do voodoo, y'all. So we can kind of tell where the evilness come from, because we are only a part of the people that we came from. Because, for me, my grandmother's was mean, y'all. Like, I literally had to move away from home because I said, oh, my grandmother's was mean, not evil. It's a difference. So because my grandmother's was mean, my mother wasn't nice either. So I literally had to go and get saved and change my life, because I was going to go to jail for doing something to somebody, child, because I come from some mean ass women. So she talks about voodoo. Voodoo, girl, that's evil. This is why people keep saying you're evil, because you come from voodoo. She talks about her grandmother having dolls and sticking pins in them. What the hell is that? Is that not voodoo? That's some voodoo right there.
And it's a baby doll, I could play with it, right? No. Mama gonna kill me for saying this, but this shit true. I couldn't stand that lady. It was so, I don't know if my spirit picked up that she wasn't no good person. But I remember when her husband, this is what caused me to not like her and to resent her, okay? Is when I lived with her and my uncle, oh, y'all donate money. Y'all ain't gotta donate money. Thank you so much. Thank you. And I'll read your comment. Let me read your comment real quick so I don't forget. When you connect the dots and you realize there's been an occurrence every 10 or 12 years, you'll realize it was all a test to sway your heart and it's failed. You're chosen to bring something.
Oh, I'm so glad you put that in the chat. I am so glad you put that in the chat. And that's why I'm on her ass. That's why I'm on her ass. They said, for real, people forget how she bullied and continue to bully smaller YouTubes. Ho, I want you to try to bully me. I want you to try to bully me, okay? I want you to try it. Try it, ugly. I want you to try it. Try it with me. Try it with me, because we gonna blow this. Try it, ugly.
Special, my B-Day is on the 7th. Well, happy birthday, soldiers. Attic, and thank you so much for the donation. And thank you for getting whatever I'm trying to say here. Because this is the contrary to y'all believe, this is about me. It's not about y'all, it's about me. I'm always in people's business, so you're not y'all in my business, okay? So what I'm saying is, my uncle, who was her, and he wasn't really like my uncle. She was married to his dad, which is I called him my granddad Archie. That's the only granddad that I knew. He's dead as well too. He's a good man. He educated me. I was reading and writing before I was 4 years old. I was spelling bees, math.
I was trying to find y'all the part where she said she paid $10,000 for rent. I think she done took that, edited that shit up out of there. But on this one video, she said that I'm like, where is it? I feel like she edited that shit out. But it's a video up here where she said it. I just can't find it now. I feel like she must have edited that out of that video. But in that video, I can't find it. I feel like she probably took that shit down. But it was one of those videos that she had did when she was yeah, I think she must have edited that part out. Because she said that her rent was $10,000. And I thought it was like the first 8 minutes of the video, but I can't find it. Yeah, I feel like she took that shit out of there because I could not find it. But I had wrote down the time marks of the video, and I'm like, why it ain't coming up? I don't see it coming up. Somebody had came up. I will put the link back in. If you want to come back up, I'll put it back in the chat. But yeah, I don't see it. I think she edited the shit out, but she had said that she paid $10,000 and I just can't find it anymore. So that's kind of what I was trying to show y'all. But I feel like she took that shit out of there. And I don't know why. I don't know why she took it out. It's literally in the bankruptcy papers. So it's not like it's a secret. But if y'all don't know the bankruptcy papers are public. Like you can get you an account with Pacer and pull that shit up yourself. Well, while we're waiting for somebody to come up, if y'all want to come up, let's get into this video coming from Attorney Simone. Let's go to 34.
Here, Cardi B's team has now filed documents that have alleged that Tasha K has been concealing funds. Specifically, Cardi B's lawyers have subpoenaed her new company, Stash Media Works, and Yellen Entertainment, that's her husband's company, to uncover financial records. What kind of records? They want records like contracts, tax returns, bank statements, and revenue from her platforms such as unwind with Tasha K. And the investigation into Stash that was recently created, it's designed to track where income is being directed. It's part of an effort to ensure simply Tasha K is complying with the agreement she signed last year, where she agreed to a payment plan that would increase each year. This is not Cardi B harassing her. This is Cardi B saying, hey, just give me these documents so we can calculate what the payments should be to make sure it's consistent, that your payments are being consistent with what we agreed to last year. You cannot agree to an annual renewal term. And when the renewal comes up, you're like, this is unfair. She wants to examine my books. You think so? Do you think so? Also, let's not forget this important doozy here in the bankruptcy plan. Hold on. I'm going to add it back up. This is critical. This is critical to the bankruptcy plan. You see here, under this, debtors, domestic and offshore trusts and business entities. I'm quoting. It says, debtor contends that the impending entry of the defamation judgment against the debtor. So what this is, this section I'm about to read to you is Tasha K admitting she was committing bankruptcy fraud. This is Tasha K admitting that against the judge's rules, that she not move no money. Oh, girl, move money. Oh, girl, open accounts. Y'all remember when she was posting them pictures from Africa, taunting Cardi B? Well, Cardi B's lawyers were genius. This is the bankruptcy plan. Here's what it said. It says, Tasha K contends that the impending entry of the defamation judgment against her and 𝐬𝐫𝐫 Studios caused her to panic and make hasty decisions that she felt were necessary to protect her family and her children, but that Cardi B contends was in violation of the judge's order and admonition to Tasha K in January of 2021 that she not move, sell, or otherwise uncover any of her or 𝐬𝐫𝐫 Studios' assets. In March of 21, Tasha K retained a Georgia lawyer for an estate planning package for her and her husband. This package included the creation of the following entities and domestic trusts. She made the 𝐬𝐻𝐫𝐽 Trust, which is an irrevocable living trust for her kids, the Transrena Management Trust, a Florida Joint Revocable Trust, and a Tantanu Family Limited Partnership, okay? Now it says, because the litigation with Cardi B was still outgoing, each trust was funded with only $10 cash on hand. No bank account was ever created for any of the domestic trusts, domestic, not including international, and nothing has been transferred into or out of any of the trusts to date. It says the limited partnership was likewise created but valued at zero and never used by the.
So what she's talking about is that Tasha K created trust, although she really wasn't supposed to be creating these trusts because it was created to move money. Okay. Now somebody said, what's going to happen in court on Monday? So with regards to court, she don't really have to go. The documentation that she received said that she can provide them bank statements and the information. However, if she doesn't, then she can go in to give sworn testimony. So she doesn't really need to go. She can really provide the documentation, but I guess we'll just see what happens, right?
Debtor, or her husband and their family or other entities. The domestic trust, it says, in the limited partnership, they remain active today, but have no value. The debtor intends to dissolve, Tasha K intends to dissolve the Tantanu Family Limited Partnership to avoid the unnecessary cost of taxes and annual fees. Listen, this means there was no point of opening a trust you're not funding. She was going to use these to put money in to hide it from Cardi B, and this is an admission in the bankruptcy statement documents. So, and then hold on, there's one more paragraph, because this is why Cardi B has now filed the documents for substantiation of her finances, because it ain't like there ain't been a history of this acknowledged in these own bankruptcy plan itself. It says as well, quote, after the amended defamation judgment was entered, so before is what she did prior to the judgment being entered. Here it says, after the judgment was entered against Tasha K and 𝐬𝐵 Studios, Tasha tried protecting her family assets and business assets, and in March of 2022, found a random company online. That is what it says, quote, a random company online that advertised it specialized in asset protection through offshore trusts and business entities. The company convinced the debtor, Tasha K, that it could protect her assets in ways that the domestic trust that she and her husband made could not. Tasha K, however misguided, it says, hired this company to create an offshore trust, plural, and limited liability company. She used $25,000 from her husband's company, Carolyn Homes LLC, to fund the purchase and creation of the following, quote, the 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐽𝐻 Investment Trust in the Cook Islands and the 𝐶𝐻𝐿𝐾𝐼S LLC in the island of Nevis. I got a homeboy who's a lawyer over there. He makes these trusts for people. The trusts that are created in Nevis are solely to hide assets. That is it. That is all.
Solely to hide assets. So pretty much what she's explaining is that Tasha K had created these trusts, but essentially, I guess she didn't know. I don't know what she was thinking. Did she not think that these people were not going to look into these things? So essentially, she was exposed. And then when she was asked on the stand, like a regular ass dummy, she act like she didn't have a trust. And then they said, oh, well, what is this? Or what is that? Or what is this? So now she looking stupid, her and her husband. So this is what I was talking about. And then she admitted on the stand that she opened it because she didn't know what to expect. Girl, what? Did you just admit to bankruptcy fraud?
I can't say it about Cook Islands, but it sounds about right. She ain't got no business over at Cook Islands. Ain't nobody over on Cook Islands except from indigenous people and survivor contestants, okay? She ain't never been over there to the Cook Islands. This was to hide money. It says neither of the trusts have ever been nor ever will be utilized by the debtor. This is just putting it in the documents. The point here is her now saying, Cardi B is dragging me to court, so I need to GoFundMe so I don't have to keep going back and forth to court. Nah. Cardi B is taking you to court because the math ain't mathin', and you have a history of hiding assets, making trust accounts, moving money, and her legal team is simply doing what you agreed that they could do according to the agreement you signed last year. So now
that part, while she's trying to make y'all think that she's being, oh, Cardi is harassing me. I can't do my job. I can't create content for y'all. So if y'all really want me to create this content for y'all gonna have to, send me some money through the GoFundMe. Okay. Lies, and more damn lies. Okay.
Now, let's talk about what happens if, in fact, she raises the money from the GoFundMe. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm not telling anybody not to support. If you want to support, go for it. But what will happen is, number one, this GoFundMe is subject to income taxes. So if she gets the full $3.5 million, that would put her at the 37% tax bracket, not to include the other income that she's already had. That would all be added.
So this is another part of the scheme, y'all. She's telling people, send me 3.5. Let's just say she get 3.5. Do y'all know she still don't have enough? Because you have to pay taxes. So she is trying to grift y'all for whatever she can get. Because even with the 3.5, it's not going to be quite 3.5 because she has to pay taxes. And then GoFundMe takes a little bit of the money. I'm not sure exactly how much it is, but this is clearly a plan that she didn't think this out. She just, I'm going to ask my fans for 3.5. They dumb. They ain't going to know. She's not considering any of this because it still wouldn't be enough because of the taxes, because of the small fee that they'll charge. But she think people is dumb, apparently.
Together by the IRS. So for the 3.5 million alone that she's seeking to earn, 1.2 million of that is taxes.
Did y'all hear that? So she's asking y'all for money, but at least let's say if she got the 3.5 million, 1.2 got to go to taxes. So tell me, what's she gonna come on here and tell y'all next? Oh, it wasn't enough because of this. Girl, get the hell up out of here with this bullshit.
Has to be paid to taxes. GoFundMe does not let you escape taxes. All of that is right.
Well, according to Attorney Simone, because I don't really know how, GoFundMe works, but she's saying that from what I'm hearing, is that GoFundMe takes it automatically. So doesn't even seem like it's one of those things where you can just pay it when you file your taxes. She's explaining it as if they just take it. So do y'all see how this is a fucking scam? Because girl, you asked people for 3.5 to pay your debt, and then you didn't know that about $1.5 million or 1.2 or whatever is going to go to GoFundMe. So that still leaves you with owing. And another thing too, y'all, she keeps telling y'all that she owes 3.5. It has to be a little bit more than that. Let me just tell you why. There is interest accumulated with this, okay? Just so y'all understand that. There has been times where Cardi B had to go back to court to try to collect this money. Who you think pays for that? Tasha.
And she's going to have to pay that. In addition, if you're going to support the GoFundMe, know that the goal of this, right, which is for her to get back her freedom of speech and to be able to talk and say what she wants, the goal of that was something that could have been accomplished prior to by just taking down the videos. And
taking down the damn videos. Like, girl, who gets sued for $4 million for not taking out a video? Bitch, you didn't make $4 million on that video.
In other words, Tasha K has launched a GoFundMe. Here, what we have seen is based on all of this, Tasha cannot get out of the bankruptcy until she has made all the payments. Here's what's also important. What this means is if you've ever been in bankruptcy or know someone who has, I'm not saying she wants to buy a house or anything like that. It's my understanding her home in Georgia is actually up for sale, but she cannot buy a new home, as an example, while currently in bankruptcy. You can't take out any new credit. You can't even get a new credit card while in bankruptcy. So
I'm glad Simone brought that out. Now, this is something that I just thought was so stupid. Tasha K is renting an apartment. What if the people in the apartment complex decide they didn't want to extend the lease? What the hell is she going to do? What would she do? Because in bankruptcy, your credit is low and effed up. Why would she move out of a property that she owns that nobody can put her out unless obviously she don't make the mortgage payment into a damn apartment where you have to credit qualify? Now, obviously, once you move in an apartment and they keep renewing your lease, you're good. Now, what if they decide not to renew the lease? Then you have to go now and credit qualify for another apartment. As she's explaining, when you're in bankruptcy, you can't get any credit. Like you can't apply for nothing. I don't even think you can rent a damn car. Like you are so out of the credit game. The only thing you can do is pay your current debts. So the fact that this lady will move out of her house to rent an apartment is absolutely ridiculous.
if there's certain investments that she would like to make into her business, this will prevent it until she gets out of bankruptcy. Also, if someone wants to invest in her business, let's say they want to give her a cash infusion to build a studio, the bankruptcy trustee has to approve it and has to decide that money, that investment would not be better spent handing it over to Cardi B. So that is how
You know what? That's a good point. Somebody said it's probably in her husband's name. Okay, that's a good one. Didn't even think about that. Probably is. I hope it is. Hopefully he got good credit, because if not, I don't know what she gonna do for the next 16 years.
She also wants to be able to control, right? Have more control over her finances, what happens with her money, as well as, if she wants to get her kids another house, etc. She'll be able to do that. She will no longer be under those control. Tasha K, though, she cannot get out of bankruptcy until all of this is paid off. In other words, here, the issue is that Tasha K made too much money. Tasha K wants the GoFundMe because she has now made so much money. She made 42% more money than she projected to Cardi B that she would earn in that 1 year alone.
My point, how is a person that made so much money asking you to donate to her damn GoFundMe? I thought GoFundMe were for people who didn't have money. The issue here is that she has made a lot of money. I have always been the type of person, my prayer was like, some people pray for food stamps and shit like that. I pray to get enough money so I don't qualify for shit like that, because I always knew that if you qualify for anything like food stamps and shit, that means you ain't have no money. Okay. So I never had a problem paying the shit that I owed, because as long as I can make the money, I don't have a problem. This lady is grifting, although her income has exceeded her projections. Instead of being like, okay, be thankful for being able to make an income, being able to make a significant income. You are not even educated. You should be glad that you're making a lot of money. But instead of doing that, she gonna bring her ass to the internet and give y'all this fake ass bullshit about lies and tell y'all to pay her damn bill. And she got way more money than y'all, but she gonna ask y'all to pay her bill because she don't have no effing respect for her own supporters.
As a result of that, she's dramatically going to have to increase her payment plan. So next year, it was slated to only be approximately, as in this year currently. So this is year 2, currently approximately $20,000.
Somebody said, who pray for food stamps? Girl, it's a lot of people that, that pray for everything that they can get for free. Yeah, they out there. I didn't think they were out there either, but there are some people that don't work for shit. Anything that they can get for free is what they work for.
She's now made 42% more, which is almost half. She's made 50% more money than she was making before. So instead of 20, maybe Cardi B's team's like, no, based on our calculations, you should be paying us 30, 35, 40 a month. They're entitled to do that under the plan. And it is solely between Cardi B, Tasha K, and the bankruptcy trustee. The bankruptcy trustee even has the ability to look over the financials and say, once Cardi B's team, if they get the documents they're asking for, and say, oh yeah, Tasha K's, she's got it. She can up these payments to Cardi B to double that or what have you. So that's why Tasha K wants to get out of this GoFundMe. Get out of this bankruptcy, is because she wants this GoFundMe to pay her bills because she's making too much money. Did
y'all hear that part? She doesn't want the GoFundMe because she don't have the money. The goal is to get the public, her supporters, to pay off Cardi B, because then guess what? She doesn't have to show her financials. So the showing her financials is actually a real issue. And I'm going to tell you why. She has provided the bankruptcy court with income that is more than likely incorrect. So if she provides her income to Cardi B, they could potentially provide it to the bankruptcy court, which they may be like, wait a minute, we got to change your payment. So there's a lot of factors into her actually making this payment go up. So essentially, that's why she's on here like, y'all, we got to pay this off in a year. We got to be done with this, because her income continues to go up. She doesn't want to fork over $40,000 or $50,000. She would rather come on the internet, lie, and have y'all pay it.
Too good. And how good is Tasha K doing? Tasha K is doing so good that her own documents provided by her lawyer to Cardi B's legal team quarterly.
Now we're going to stop it right there. This is the income that her people provided. So let me make it clear for the people in the back. It, at some point, you can write off all type of shit, but there's only so much you can write off. Like you're going to have to, claim some of this income. This is what she made. This don't got shit to do with her husband. This don't have shit to do with any other platform that she is monetized on. And this is what they provided. $581,000, almost $600,000. Okay. Again, we're not talking about any other income. We're just strictly talking about this YouTube income. This is what she made, y'all. Why she's on here grifting y'all ass to tell y'all. I want to know who in the chat made $581,000. Who made that? And then, if you have a husband or somebody that made that same amount, but she's telling y'all to donate to her GoFundMe, how stupid is that? Somebody said, how was she approved to file bankruptcy? Because she was approved because of the Cardi B debt, which is it like 3.5 million. So that's potentially why. You can have money and be approved for bankruptcy. Bankruptcy has nothing to, they don't have a lot to do with the money you bring in, but it's really depends on the debt that you owe. So you can, Donald Trump, how many times did he file bankruptcy? It doesn't mean that you have low money. It means you have more debt. Now, what Attorney Simone had stated in her, presentation when she was talking about the case, she said that Cardi B's debt was like 98% of everything. So essentially, if Tasha K didn't have this issue with Cardi B, she wouldn't be filing for bankruptcy because there would be no reason. But I just wanted to put this on the screen for people that want to help her. I'm not saying don't help her, but if you're going to help her, at least know the right amount that she made. She's sitting up here lying to y'all. And even if I'm not helping no damn body that made damn near $600,000, why the hell would I do that? If you couldn't do whatever you need to do with your 600,000, bitch, and I ain't make 600,000, that's your problem. Like, why would I help you if I made way less than you? That's stupid. Not only did I make way less than you, it's two people in your household who making a good amount of money. What sense do this make? So make it make sense. Who helping her? I want to know who is helping Tasha K. Who helping her?
Show that she earned just Tasha K. This does not include what her husband, what his company, what the new company stashes earned.
Did y'all hear what she said? This 500, we just gonna say 600,000. This $600,000 income does not have anything to do with her husband. So if she made 500 and y'all, come on, let's make sure this shit makes sense. If she made 581, let's just say 600,000, what you think her husband made? Because if I owed a debt and I needed to base the debt on my income, shit, I'm just going to make sure my husband make more than me. Because if I give him most of the income and base everything on my income, then they just going to look at my income. So what y'all not understanding or hearing here is this is only her income. What you think he made? And what about the other companies that they have? So why is she on here asking y'all for money? This is what I'm saying. I ain't a hater. I'm just simply saying, why in the FUCK would y'all get this woman y'all money? So I just said, well, if y'all giving money away, shit, then hey, let me do my cash app because at least I don't make this kind of money. I don't make 581. I don't make 481, 381, 281, or 181. None of it. So if y'all gonna give to that, I'm like, listen here, then y'all might as well help me out too, because if this is who y'all giving y'all money to, this kind of don't make no sense right here.
Tasha K earned $581,797.46 in revenue. So what do you think? Are you going to support the GoFundMe? And you know, obviously she's going to have to pay her taxes and do what have you. But in the end, what we do know is Tasha K was right. She is accurate when she says that she is sick of having to go back and forth to court with Cardi B. But context matters. And the truth of the context is that she agreed, Tasha K agreed that her debt was not dischargeable, that she would make these payments, and that the payments would be able to be increased annually. And we are now at that annual term. And at that annual term, and it says here, there we go. Upon the effective date at that annual term, these amounts would require quarterly reporting. So her saying she's sick of giving Cardi B this, sick of giving Cardi B that, she's been doing it all year. They're financial documents. And as long as those financial documents are fair and they're accurate and they're showing everything that needs to be shown, you're not hiding anything in the Cook Islands, you haven't created any offshore accounts, then what's the problem? Why don't you want to provide the documents? That's what bankruptcy is for. You knew in this bankruptcy you would not be able to get rid of the debt, but you continue to pursue the bankruptcy because you wanted a payment plan. Now you have your payment plan. So the question is, what is it in her financials that Cardi B's asking for that she doesn't want to show?
What is it in her financials that you don't want to show? Wasn't this all about, I can't afford to pay her for 3.54 million. I don't got it. I get it. I don't believe she has that kind of money. So the goal was she was going to set up this payment plan with Cardi B, and then she was going to pay her. But now when you sign this paperwork, you say you're going to set up this payment arrangement with this lady, and you know now she has to relook at your financials. Now it's a problem. Why is it a problem, y'all? Why do y'all think it's a problem? Why? Why is it a problem? You know why? Because there is something in her financials that she does not want Cardi B to see. Because if Cardi B and her attorney see it, then it means she would have to pay more. That's what the problem is. Because if you agreed to this and you said you were going to allow them to look at your financials annually, what's the problem? I mean, you say you wanted a payment arrangement. You have the payment arrangement. What is the problem, ma'am?
What is it that makes her say, I would rather set up this GoFundMe and get this money and pay her off instead of 5 years, pay her in one? It's not just that whole freedom of speech. I think there's something in these financial documents that she doesn't want Cardi to see, or perhaps she may not want the IRS to see. I don't know, but it's going to be seen, because now in the bankruptcy, these are the terms, and you've already agreed. You've been in the bankruptcy for a year. The only way to get out is this GoFundMe. But I also want to be clear. Her lawyer each quarter was providing financial documents. I'm not going to put them on the screen, but like I said, it was a bank statement only for her corporate. It was for her Chase. It was for a Bank of America account as well for Slate. And then it was for the summary reporting for the numbers that I put on the screen just before. That's it. So now Cardi B's team wants to see tax returns. Listen, you can't lie to the IRS you can't lie to Cardi without lying to the IRS, right? If you simply show her your tax returns and what you're filing and it substantiates, you're fine. Do you guys think that maybe there's something in those financial documents that Tasha K says, you know what? Let's get the hell out of this bankruptcy, because I don't want to have to show her another entire year of my numbers. You've already done 1 year. I don't want to go through this for 5 years. And to be honest, I don't blame you. Your arch nemesis, I don't want to give her my financial numbers either. But it's what you agreed to. So in this case, she's not a victim. Y'all let me know your thoughts.
You know what, guys? I just thought about this. I think the reason why they want to see her taxes is simply because whenever, let's say you pay somebody and you send them like a 1099, All of that is reported to the Internal Revenue Service. So I believe Cardi B wants to see her taxes because they can see where all these sources of income is coming from. Because essentially, you have to report it. Let's say you don't report, you decide that you don't want to report some income. You will receive a letter from the IRS telling you that you owe because you didn't report this income. So I think what they're doing is a very smart tactic because they're going to be able to see every single source of income that she has. And that is the real reason, y'all, why she wants to do this GoFundMe. Again, I don't give a damn who donate to Tasha K, but I feel like if you're going to donate to her, at least understand what you're donating to. If you don't have a problem donating to somebody that has made $600,000 for one source of income, go ahead and donate. At least you know. But I feel like, grifting the public and lying, I don't like that because essentially she out here scamming folks. That's what she's doing. Somebody said, hi, I've been waiting forever to comment. Well, 30 minutes felt like forever. Hi, Miss LSK. Yes, I agree. She's hiding something, whether it's in that. Yeah, she definitely hiding something. I mean, if you are in a bankruptcy and well, she's in a bankruptcy, but Cardi B is not in the bankruptcy. But if Cardi B made an arrangement with her and you signed it and said you was going to provide this woman with your information or your income, what's the problem, girl? Ain't that did you not agree with this? You agreed to this. She doesn't want to show her income. But again, my problem is, stop trying to scam regular everyday people. Now, go to Anton Daniels and get him to donate some money to you. Go to somebody with a bunch of money and y'all scam each other. Don't come to regular everyday hardworking people, especially people that are supporting your ugly ass, the people who got you to where you are, and now you're going to come and try to scam those very same people with lies and manipulation. Even her telling y'all that she was paying Cardi B $20,000 to find out that it was a lie. It was 15. Why did this woman lie so much? Why does she lie so much? What's the issue here? What's the issue here? I wouldn't give her ass shit. I wouldn't give a damn if I had it. I would never give her nothing because this is something that she brought onto herself. This ain't a woman in need. You are living your life, honey, with a $10,000 a month apartment. So if you feel like you need some money, move your happy ass out of the apartment and move back in your house. Like, who does that? But y'all, I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video. We've been on here for 3 hours. We've been on here for 3 hours. That's why I don't like doing live sometimes, because it be taking too long. But y'all, I got to go.
She don't miss nothing, got the scoop on lock. Spilling all the tea while it's still too hot. Lakeysha Keysha, queen of the plot. Hit that bell, cause the tea don't stop. She don't miss nothing, got the scoop on lock. Spilling all the tea while it's still too hot. Lakeysha Keysha, queen of the plot. Hit that bell, cause the tea don't stop. She don't